TikTok, time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. It's your friendly neighborhood philosopher here, D Wood, with me now. I've got the man who's got the guts to sit through all of Maleek's terrible, awful Club Pyru live streams. Wild, wild stuff. Thaddeus, are you?
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's difficult. It is definitely painful to listen to these things. We got in the vicinity of 30 minutes of clips today, and I had to listen to 15 hours of Maleek to prepare those clips. So as annoying or repetitive as he may seem in the clips, understand that I have greatly improved the quality of his live streams because he says the same things like 10 times over. But I don't know what he's going to say in the next minute, right? So I have to actually listen to it. And then I'm like, okay, that's just the same thing he already said. All right, that's what he said 2 hours ago, and he's saying it again. But you never know when he's going to say something new. So it's a sacrifice.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, I've only ever watched I think most of one of his streams, and that was the one that we chopped down to like 18 minutes, but that was like an hour and a half or something, and lots of it just seemed like him. I don't know what he like walking around or something like that, like randomly just I don't know. It was weird stuff. Weird stuff. Hats off to you for going there, Thaddeus. But I have to ask, in all this. And all these Dawa live streams that you've been watching, anything made you think, these guys have an awesome point. Maybe I need to convert to this religion?
No, can't say that I've seen anything like that. Objectively, one of the most attractive things about Islam is the community, right? We've as an outsider, we see Islam as a very tight-knit community. And then we got Maleek and the rest of the Dawa boys constantly undermining one another, attacking each other relentlessly behind the scenes. And then now some of that is spilling forward. So it seems the community is not really there, right? It is an illusion, just like everything else in Islam.
Yep. Something real fake about everything having to do with Islam. And it goes all the way back to their fake prophet. We have this comment here. Thaddeus is secretly a triplet, with his other brothers being Chadius and Radius.
It's true.
Interesting theory. All right, guys. So if you haven't been following all the drama, after my debate with Jake, was hanging out with Jake and the speaking Muslim in the hotel lobby and so on, having some nice friendly chats, and Maleek didn't like that too much, apparently. So he started attacking everyone again, and we didn't respond. We didn't respond to a lot of his stuff because he started attacking all the Dawa guys again. We're going to get to him talking about Libiano, a.k.a. OrthoDuckLips, because he does duck lips in his pictures for some reason. And Deez Responds. So he started going after those guys in addition to everyone else he's been going after. But then over the past couple days, he's been trying to go out apparently in a blaze of glory, taking out everyone, declaring war on everyone, exposing everyone, because apparently there were a lot more people involved in all the doxing and everything else, and he was just a little mediary for the real people who were doing all the doxing. But so he went live last night, exposed a bunch of stuff, and apparently I think he's going live again tonight, but he's kind of unpredictable. But anyway, we may be reaching the end of all this drama, so we want to go live now to cover all the stuff that happened in between, so that whether tomorrow is the finale or we have to do a little more, we want everyone to be up to date to to see the finale of this, one of the most epic meltdowns and implosions we've ever seen. It's absolutely insane. But Let it be known, Maleek is not going out alone. He's trying to take as many people with him as possible, and he is actually good at that, at destroying everyone around him. He's good at that, and he's good at defending the Islamic dilemma for some reason. That just comes from his obsession with God logic, watching all his stuff. Now he can steel man these arguments and stuff pretty well. So really, really cool, interesting times. We do want to get back to actually, more serious stuff and not just like the latest drama. But look, guy was started doxing people, going after people's families and all this stuff. Had to focus on this for a while. I got to make an example out of this, guys, for future doxers to take heed of. But yep, he says he's he's going to get to the end of this and so on. So hopefully, we'd like to get back to actually like going through the Quran and responding to arguments and responding to people's case for Islam and have live call-ins with Muslims and so on. So anyway, we got a couple more days of this apparently, and I can't say with a straight face it's going to be done, because even though he says hasn't he been saying he's gonna like end the channel or something like this after this?
Yeah, so he said he said a couple different things, but the first message he put out was like, defeating Christians is easy, but the Dawa community is so horrible that it makes my life constantly stressful, and I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm going to have one final Club Pyru where I reveal everything that's going on, called out a bunch of people by name. You and I were on the list, but the rest of the list was Muslims that he's going to call out on that final show.
Nice. I have to say, he does a way better job calling out and exposing Muslims than he does calling out and exposing us.
That's true. And then the next day he's like calling it the season finale, and then he's also talking about, the main reason is that Ramadan is starting and he doesn't want to do it during Ramadan. So we'll see. He might be back. He's
not gonna. Maleek, you're not going to be able to keep your mouth shut for Ramadan, man. Because we're going to give you a lot to talk about during Ramadan, buddy. Going to be fun times. My favorite month of the year. It's weird. It's like for the past 3 or 4 years, I really look forward to Ramadan. Every single year it's the same thing. Hey, look at us. We're fasting. Oh, we're shoveling food in our faces. We're gaining 20 pounds for Ramadan, but we're fasting. And they just, like everything else in Dawah, they make it really, really, really easy. But we have here from Reels of Earth 3, David, I am also a Latino that looks like a white man. Yep, that's me. Now for future documents and so on, I have to put, they have white non-Hispanic. I have to go with the white Hispanic, apparently, after I've been exposed as David Segara. And I heard, someone showed me the message where Maleek says that actually came from Speaking Muslim, who's a lawyer. So apparently a Muslim lawyer in California, and he was at the event, so I know him. Apparently he's the one who was using his lawyering skills to give Maleek the material to dox us. And I'm no lawyer myself, but I'm guessing that would be frowned upon by the Bar Association and so on, that you're using your legal skills to break the law and dox people and so on. So these will be interesting times. I would like to know everyone who was involved with that totally fake interview with my victim. I would like to know everyone who's involved in that, because I'm guessing that would be frowned upon too if a lawyer had something to do with that. Anyway, but
yeah. So real quickly on that, we'll get more on that story tomorrow probably. But just real quickly on the David Segara specifically. So that was definitely Speaking Muslim's idea. The lawyer, right? And we have actually identified his real name, hang on. But we're not going to tell you that.
You mean the real name of the lawyer? Yeah, yes. Speaking Muslim's real name. Yeah, people send it to me. Even now, I'm not doxing him. But for people who want to actually verify that everything he's done is perfectly legal and not frowned upon by the Bar Association. I'm sure some people will be contacting, and I think he knows it because didn't he like delete all his stuff or something like that?
He did. Yes, that's what I was going to say. He deleted his or suspended. You can't tell which one it is, but it's no longer public, at least his TikTok information. And apparently also deleted his personal Facebook page recently enough that it is still indexed by search engines. Which probably that might have been, a couple weeks ago when he realized that there was a good chance that he was about to be doxxed by Maleek or something. But he has deleted his personal Facebook page with his real name and his public profile on TikTok in his Dawa name. So at least for now, he has left the scene. He no longer wants to be part of the Dawa scene.
So apparently he realized, oopsie, now I'm being exposed for doing some illegal stuff, and this is going to destroy my entire career. Let me delete all my stuff and hope everyone just forgets about it. Hey, speaking Muslim, no one's forgetting about anything. If you're innocent, I want you to be declared innocent and so on. But whatever you've actually done, this is a funny situation, isn't it, Thaddeus? So it looks like this was now I've heard people say that Maleek is saying that Jake is involved in all of this. I don't want anyone falsely accused, but anyone who's actually involved in this massive doxing campaign and so on, fake interviews, flat out lies, all of this stuff, going after people's wives, going after people's families. Whoever's involved, isn't this amazing? It's like, we will destroy these guys. We'll destroy David. We'll destroy IP. We'll destroy GodLogic. We'll destroy Thaddeus. We will destroy all of them. And they're going down like the Hindenburg right now, man, in flames, all of them. And we're still here, just totally fine. Isn't that crazy?
I know. Well, you're going to get to see Maleek seems to think otherwise. He seems to think that, we're facing all kinds of pressure and all the Christians have disowned you and I.
Where? Which one? Naomi? Naomi Armstrong? Was it? Oh, no. No, not. We lost Naomi, man. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, crazy. It is hilarious that he thinks he's actually done something. All right, let's take these first couple super chats, and then we'll jump into, we have two sort of, Thaddeus took the most relevant parts out of two big live streams, and also have a little clip I saw either late last night or early this morning of Orthodox Muslim, Libiano, or was it Deez Responds? I know OrthoDuckLips is the one with the duck lips and stuff like that, but apart from that, I really can't tell the difference between them. So I'll have to see exactly who it was. But no, we got a clip of him and some of the stuff he says to a woman. And apparently, according to Maleek, is it Libiano who Maleek said he's got a video of him about him beating his wife or something like that. And then hear what he says to a woman who is doubting Islam or something like that. He threatens to hunt her down and do what you would expect one of these guys wants to do. But he just totally says it in a live stream. Anyway, we've got the clip. We're going to be checking all this stuff out. We'll bring you up to date on the drama, guys. Hopefully we will soon be through the drama and we can just address serious topics. But all this is part of like what Thaddeus was talking about, like destroying these illusions of, oh yes, they've got such a tight-knit community. What are you talking about? I've never seen this much infighting in my entire life. Anyway, let's see. So no comment there, but thank you. We got Ida. Hey, Ida, tic-tac, time to zut. Yes, there will be. Hey, why is everyone talking about zut? It's funny that has taken off. This is one of my favorite web series. Reason answers. You should start these streams with last time on Bear versus. That's funny. Think it's time to altogether stop debating these Muslim Dawa babies and not give them the time or limelight. P.S. Did you like the crime family shirt image? A bunch of people have been sending me images, so I have to check which one you're talking about. But oh yeah, no, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, the ones that were for shirts. Yeah, that's cool.
On a side note, there with we need, or we shouldn't debate the Muslims anymore. Maleek is desperately trying to get none of the Muslims to debate Christians. He's like, if we stop debating them, their careers will be over. They need us to get attention. And it's just so funny because, I mean, I personally have never done a formal debate, but apparently we're just completely dependent on Muslims I mean, in a way we are dependent on them for content, but we can make content out of their non-debate videos.
Yeah, and I've been for the past couple weeks. I need to just sit down and record it because it's a super easy video, and I've already got all the posts on X and one video. But of all the Muslims telling Dawa guys to stop debating us, and so I've been wanting to make a video just called the Dawa Dilemma. Do you debate us or not debate us? If you debate us, Islam gets exposed more. And if you don't debate us, we say you're running from us. So either way you lose. Either way you lose. You're doomed either way. So notice that's a dilemma. You're in trouble either way you go. So fun times. Google hunter versus bear joke. This is exactly that. So this was a follow-up to, this is one of my favorite web series. Talking Thaddeus, you should start these streams with last time on bear versus... But he said, Google hunter versus bear joke. I would assume there's multiple hunter versus bear jokes. But the first one that popped up when I typed in hunter versus bear joke goes like this. A hunter goes into the woods to hunt a bear. He carries his trusty 22-gauge rifle with him. After a while, he spots a very large bear, takes aim, and fires. When the smoke clears, the bear is gone. A moment later, the bear taps the hunter on the shoulder and says, "No one shoots at me and gets away with it. You have two choices. I can rip your throat out and eat you, or you can drop your trousers, bend over, and it actually says, insert appropriate colloquialism here. The hunter decides, I don't know I'm reading this messed up joke and I don't even know if this is the one he's referring to. But the hunter decides that anything is better than death, so he drops his trousers and bends over, and the bear does what he said he would do. After the bear has left, the hunter pulls up his trousers and staggers back into town. Why you got me reading this, man? It's extremely messed up. I thought it was going to be like a cute, adorable hunter versus bear joke. I'm just hoping that it's relevant to the situation, that it's all worth it, and wasn't just me saying some horribly depraved joke. So he staggers back into town. He's pretty mad. He buys a much larger gun and returns to the forest. He sees the same bear, aims and fires. When the smoke clears, the bear is gone. A moment later, the bear taps the hunter on the shoulder and says, "You know what to do." Afterward, the hunter pulls up his trousers, crawls back into town, and buys a bazooka. Now he's really mad. He returns to the forest, sees the bear, aims and fires. The force of the bazooka blast knocks him flat on his back. When the smoke clears, the bear is standing over him and says, "You're not doing this for the hunting, are you?" If that wasn't the joke, if that wasn't the joke, speedrunner, I'm not reading another one. We're leaving it at that.
I mean, if this was the latest escapades of the Warner, I mean, maybe then that would.
And keep in mind, it kind of fits. It's like, why are you guys really doing this? Do you just like being just completely crushed like this? So, in that sense, that joke does fit. Ida says, "I fear our friend here has a slight case of masochism." That would kind of tie into the joke. But I appreciate your commitment to the cause and sacrifice of your sanity. Yeah. They do make it difficult. What advice would you give for Lent fasting? You have any ideas, Thaddeus?
I mean, if you want to do it, then I would say definitely do it. If you're saying like what specific thing you should give
sounds
up,
like
I mean,
that. Yeah, sounds like
you. I mean,
yeah, I would say something where you're trying to break a habit. That's what I think it's best for. Something where you have like a bad habit. I mean, keep in mind that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It's just like this should not be taking up part of my life like this or something like that, and try to use that for breaking that sort of habit.
Mm-hmm.
G-Fire Block. We got G-Fire Block. We have Esmi Sagara. Just watch your live about Mimi. I'm actually starting to feel sorry for him. He seems truly lost, like he's sinking in the cold ocean of his religion. He'd also be amazing to have on your channel if he gives his life to Christ. The guy's a hoot. You're talking about hijab?
Yeah, apparently.
That's kind of a rough one. Me and AP were saying, like, back in the day, like, there are certain Dawa guys where if we didn't have this big difference of religion, or if they didn't hate us so much, and we understand, I'm not, oh, you should love me. I know what I do. I know what I do. I know why these guys really, really hate me. But if there wasn't that, we've kind of like, we've realized, hey, we would actually get along with this guy if we didn't have this, issue between us, or we would actually get along with that guy. And when it's like the guys we would actually get along with, it's like, Fareed's pretty cool. He's funny. Sajid, Lipham, guys like that. It's like, personality-wise, we'd be fine with these guys. But there are others, Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, some of the guys like that, where it's like, this guy could become a saint tomorrow, and I still don't think we'd get along. And usually the deciding factor is when I look at the list of people like I would never get along with these guys. They're in the narcissist category. I've not read or studied anything on this, but I think there's some like eternal dispute between psychopaths and narcissists where they just cannot get along. Because like every time, like those are the guys. When I start picking up on narcissists, just symptoms of narcissism, it's like, ugh, can't stand those guys ever. And also, I know exactly how to like traumatize them. It's weird. Let's see. Last two real quick. They know what Maleek is like, so they know how stupid it would be to set Maleek up as the doxing fall guy. Dawa is stupid. They are all tactical morons. The Dawa guy, they're tactical morons. They do like the dumbest things, and it blows up in their faces every single time. And we have YouTube didn't show that you're live. Odd. You see? It's because the Jews. All right, we're ready to jump into this, Thaddeus?
Yep. So the first one here is so on the day of your debate on the Islamic dilemma against Jake, you then showed up wearing the Islamic dilemma onesie.
Very sharp.
Maleek called into that and, begged you to rip up a Quran, and the Muslims didn't do it. And then he basically spent the rest of the day either doing his own live streams or calling into other people's live streams. So this is a compilation of sometimes him on other people's shows, sometimes of him on his own channel from that day.
All right. And so Maleek noticed my tasteful attire, became insanely jealous that he didn't have one, and got really, really, really upset. So let's check out some of the aftermath. So as far as I can tell, first main clip, we got two main clips here. First main clip is the aftermath of his rage, him being enraged after he didn't successfully boycott the debate. So he didn't want Muslims debating us, and they debated us anyway. So he's enraged about that. And he somehow thought that all his threats and so on were going to get things derailed. So he tried two things to make the debates not happen. Debates happened anyway. And I was prancing around in a Quran Islamic dilemma onesie, hanging out, chilling with all my awesome Muslim friends. And he really can't take that because he has no friends anymore. That's all been destroyed. So that sounds like that's the first main clip. And then it gets into the second main clip goes into him trying to destroy Libiano, a.k.a. OrthoDuckLips, and Deez Responds. So anyway, that's where we'll be going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started here. Fun week ahead.
Did you watch David Wood versus Jake? No, I didn't get to watch it, nor would I ever watch it. I'm
Coward.
not going to watch a blasphemer debate.
Coward.
But
I'm not going to watch a blasphemer debate, but I will tell him to rip up as many Qurans as possible. See my hikmah? Dude, whatever hikmah you have, When I see that hat, I already think low hikmah, even if I didn't know anything else about you. Hey, hey, I forgot where it was. I forgot. I was gonna show someone's comment, but someone posted. Whoever did it, you know who you are. But someone posted, "Hey, maybe if he's given up on TikTok, he'll go back to his rap career." Oh yeah, go back to rapping, buddy, because you suck at this. Can you imagine it sucking at everything in life except destroying all your friends and and defending the main argument we're using against Islam? It's like, oh my goodness, awesome stuff. Good times, good times. We love you. We love you, Maleek, man. We love you. You do you, buddy. You do you.
I will enjoy this next week. What's about to happen? It's going to be a fun week ahead.
I have to say, all this stuff with Maleek is fun. So you got to grant him that. This is fun. Disloyal. Who's disloyal?
How can y'all even care anymore? You got Speaking Muslim being disloyal. You got Deez Responds being disloyal. You got Libyano being disloyal. You got all these.
Wait, I understood the Speaking Muslim. But Libyano and Deez Responds wasn't part of this. So is that going to be explained?
It's going to be explained in more detail.
Okay.
But basically, a good portion of the reason why they're disloyal is because they didn't want to have anything to do with boycotting the debate.
Oh, so he wanted them on his side to call for boycotts on debates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Poor Maleek. No one's got his back. Wonder why. Except the Warner.
Dean's begging. Everybody's begging. Leafy's begging. They're all just under the Christian payroll. They love to be dimmies.
No, look, hey, Maleek, it's not that. It's the Dawa dilemma. They understand we're not going to debate anymore. We're just going to say, look at these cowards, they're all running. And they do want to, especially if you're newer guys like Deez Responds and OrthoDuckLips, you gotta do some debates to prove that your da'wah is very strong so that Muslims will, donate to you and so on. Cooked.
The reality of the situation is that the whole scene is cooked. The only way this will work is if we make a revolution on our own and just have people join it. That's the only way I'm seeing it at this point.
This guy with his couple of followers on TikTok thinks he's going to lead this revolution, dude. Again, I don't know what Jake's involvement is. I'm guessing this is going to be exposed. Maybe Maleek is lying about Jake's involvement. I don't know. But it's kind of, whatever else happens, what Jake said when he was live with us the other day, that kind of applies to anyone. It was like Jake said, hey, someone could give me advice and say I should not be live with David right now. Someone could give me that advice and maybe I'll take it seriously. I'm not taking anything Maleek says seriously. Like, Maleek, you have lost the right to give other people advice on how to live and what to do. I think that, Jake said it flat out, but very obvious that would apply to most people, like looking like, is this the guy we want calling the shots for da'wah? This guy? Who would take this guy as a serious boss of da'wah? No one. Weird stuff.
Yeah. And he says that the whole scene, the whole Dawa community is cooked, and he's correct that it is. But he's wrong about the reason, right? His reason is basically that none of them want to go forward with his plan, right? None of them want to follow his advice on how to get at the Christians. So, him and his community of 50 loyal followers or whatever, they're going to start a revolution and overthrow the entire Dawa community, because that's the only way Islam can win, because none of the strategies that the Dawa guys want to use are going to work. Got to go for Maleek's plan.
Yeah, so, just imagine the biggest tactical moron we've seen this generation of Dawa The one guy who's destroyed Dawa more than anyone I've ever seen. I mean, we've seen Yasser Qadi with the holes in the narrative and then declaring that Hadith methodology is a joke to non-Muslim scholars and so on. That was all huge. Muhammad Hijab's implosion, all that stuff. Really, really devastating stuff. None of that holds a candle to Maleek. And yet, in his mind, the real reason Dawa is crumbling is because people aren't listening to him as as their chief tactician. What an idiot! But he's got us under pressure, man. Under pressure, not in the Zoot sense, but here we go.
I was thinking about it last night. Somebody called me.
No one called
after
you.
the live and was like, Maleek, why are you bending over backwards for everybody, trying to sort all these people out and stuff? Like, in the end, all they're gonna do is just blame it on you.
Why does he keep saying all these like Warner references, like in the end and stuff like that? Bend over backward, in the end, blah blah blah. Come on, dude. Come on. And then they get mad when we make Zoot jokes. Like they constantly set us up for Zoot jokes and Warner jokes, like left and right. And then when we make one, they're making Zoot jokes. What do you see? Quit setting us up. Quit setting up the Zoot jokes, man. Gosh.
After the live and was like, Maleek, why are you bending over backwards for everybody, trying to sort all these people out and stuff? Like, in the end, all they're gonna do is just blame it on you as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, man, that is kind of true. Think about it. Every time I've tried to help, all that happens in the end is I get blamed.
Yep.
So it's like, what's the point of scheduling and creating clippers for all these guys and doing this? Like, what's the point of doing that?
Good point. It's all been a waste. But you've helped us a lot, so it's not really a waste. Hey, Libiano. Hey, I thought this was in the second clip, man.
Yeah, well, the second one is devoted primarily to Dean and Libiano, but he does make a few comments earlier on as well.
Ooh, interesting.
You'll do all this work for these little kids, bro, and then these little kids will come at the end and be like, look, you're the dividing person. They'll all be messaging each other behind the scenes. You know, like, why I cut Libiano off, right? Like, you know, you guys, I never told you guys why I cut Libiano off.
No idea. Zero. Tell us.
I never told you guys.
Tell us.
Because
share your feelings with the world.
This guy, like, I was helping his whole career, right? I mean, I said it all the time. But you know that this guy did the same thing Warner did, right? He went behind my back and started telling people, like, bad stuff about me, talking bad about me.
Maleek really doesn't like people sharing negative information about him. The guy who shares more messed up things about everyone else doesn't like it when anyone does it to him. That's funny stuff. Funny stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy there, right? When he said he did what Warner did, you were probably thinking, well, he like took donations and used them to buy drugs, or he got high, or he took advantage of women. Or...
I was thinking of creative ways of joining the Illuminati. That's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Or running trains or hanging out with transvestites or whatever. But no, it's, you know, he called he called Maleek a name to another Dawa guy.
Isn't that funny? Thaddeus, I didn't even catch it. I didn't even catch it, but it's the same thing. Everyone. Maleek knew all this messed up stuff for years about these guys, never told on them until one of them said something about him and said, he's actually working for Mossad. And then it was war, not just on the guy who said it, the Warner, but on everyone who's connected to the Warner. He just threw them all under the bus, right? But, I mean, it's just amazing. It's no line was crossed to cause him to snitch on everybody until they said something about him. And right here, as Thaddeus just pointed out, he's saying, Libiano. And Libiano is doing some messed up stuff, as he said. When he asked, he said, what did Libiano do? What did Libiano not do, right? So he's in the same category with all these other guys and the messed up stuff they're doing. What's the actual crossed line that makes Maleek go, I have to expose him now? Saying something about Maleek. Total narcissist guys, like textbook.
And then, like, when I addressed it to him, he was like, I never said that. And then got caught saying it. Like, there's no point helping these people, bro, honestly.
All you can do is try, Maleek. All you can do is try to help everyone and the dog. You keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. At least try to keep it up for all of 2026. Just
He's certainly helping us, right?
that's what I'm talking about, right? Everything this guy has the opposite of the Midas touch, man. Onesie time.
Chat, invite everybody in here right now. If you saw that, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, chat. Chat, invite everybody here.
Yo, guys, y'all see David would give the crown up?
Hey, David, give the Quran up, bro. Hey, David, come down. David came down in a onesies, huh?
Yeah. There he was referring to, I came down in a Quran onesie. I came down with a Quran in my hand, and as I'm walking up to this live show, so they're live. So it's Maleek and Speaking Muslim, who's the lawyer who was Maleek's source of information on some of the things that he was doxing people for. But I go down, but there were other Muslims. Guess what? Even with Speaking Muslim and Jake, they were trying to tell me to stop at the Quran desecration and stuff. But they're being totally cool. But there were like 2 or 3 other Muslims that were really like having cool conversations with. We're talking about like philosophy and free will and stuff like that. It came out of the debate because I was talking to, and during the cross-examination with Jake, I was asking about Allah's will and Allah's will being divided and stuff. So I was talking with a couple of Muslims afterwards about, Allah's will. And that led to discussions about, free will versus determinism and so on. And anyway, as I'm walking down there, I'm in a Quran Islamic Dilemma onesie, and I've got a Quran. And I was like, if I go out there and I jump on this camera and these guys threaten any sorts of consequences or something like that, then I'm just gonna rip up this thing in the middle of the hotel lobby. But no one did that, and Speaking Muslim just said, "Can I buy that book? Can I buy that book? Can I buy that book?" And Maleek's yelling, "Rip it! Rip it! Rip every Quran in the world! You have to destroy the Quran! That's my real agenda!" And Speaking Muslim was going, "Come on, let me buy it. Let me buy it. Let me buy it." I'm like, okay, I'm just here, take it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. When they were all being pretty cool by comparison to Maleek. So anyway, so apparently he takes that as a win.
Yeah, exactly. So I put that clip in mostly just so you could provide that context, but we've now switched from Maleek in his car on his own live stream, kind of feeling sorry for himself, to him calling into, I believe this is Henny's live stream. And not to give it away, but by the time he gets off Henny's stream, he's going to actually be kicked off because they start yelling at each other.
Huh. I guess we'll see.
David Wood, IP, and AP folded on camera. Folded on camera.
IP? When has IP ever done anything?
He was in the clip for like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Like he was walking by.
Yeah. How did he fold in any way? Keep in mind what he means by folded. If I'm having conversations with some Muslims, guess what? If I'm having a perfectly normal conversation with a Muslim, I have zero inclination to start ripping up their book or anything else. If it's someone like Maleek, I'm doxing you, then I do. But guess what? The Muslims I was having a conversation with were there. Maleek's on TikTok. Okay, what takes precedence? I'm gonna continue getting along with the Muslims around me. It is just absolutely insane. This guy thinks you're a loser and a coward if you don't constantly rip up the Quran on command from him. Mm-hmm. What a Muslim, man! Muslims. This guy should definitely be calling the shots for dawah. Definitely.
Folded on camera.
Gave up the Quran.
Hey, chat. Because some of y'all in here, right, are too cowardly over your religion that you ain't gonna stand up for it. So guess what? I'm gonna stand up for my religion. How about that?
You're gonna stand up for your religion by constantly provoking people to rip up the Quran. Maleek, if you want me to rip up the Qurans, man, you could call in, man. You could call in, and I will rip up as many Qurans as you want. Just place and time. Or, hey, Maleek, be happy to join you on TikTok, your channel. This could be the finale, man. If you wanted a big finale for Club Pyru, invite me on. I don't know how to get on TikTok, so you'll have to give me instructions or whatever. But Send me the link. I'll join you on TikTok, and you can just tell me to rip. Tell me in advance how many Qurans you want me to rip up and destroy, or do anything else to, and I'll have those ready. I'm totally willing, dude. But if I'm somewhere and having a discussion with a Muslim about Christianity versus Islam, don't want to do it there. Don't want to do it with you. I will rip up any Qurans you want me to rip up, man.
Some of y'all in here are some cowards. You wouldn't. Oh, why are you talking like that? Nah, they ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing on the camera. He didn't want nothing. Why? Because chat, on the camera, on one side, on video, you could perpetuate. You can perpetuate one image, one storyline, one narrative. But when you come face to face, the truth is gonna come out. And he already knew. I know what buttons to push.
What?
Maleek, stop. Literally what David wants. Hey, bro, listen. Maleek ain't stopping shit until he stops and says sorry for what he did.
Well, then you're never going to stop, Maleek, but we know you're going to stop. There's zero scenario.
And indeed, he basically has stopped, right? I mean, he promised to dox one person for every page you ripped up, and he hasn't doxed anyone in weeks. After
What a coward.
Trying and failing to dox 3 people.
And it's funny. You know what? I think he's going to cave. I think he's going to cave on all this Jake and speaking Muslim stuff as well. I think he's going to back down. I think he's going to be a coward who doesn't expose all their stuff. Watch him buckle, because everyone's going to complain to him behind the scenes and say, no, don't do this. Don't do it. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do this. You're destroying all of Dawah. And he's going to be like, okay, I don't want to. What a coward, man.
We speculate that part of the reason that he didn't do it last night, as he promised, was because Speaking Muslim messaged him and like, dude, I'll delete my TikTok. I'll do anything. Just don't do this.
Yeah, you're going to ruin my career.
Mm-hmm. And but notice the logic here, right? Well, he won't do it face to face in person. But Maleek, it was too cowardly to show up, right? David's a coward and he won't do it. But he could have gone. He said, I'm gonna go buy a ticket. And I didn't put it in, but he's constantly through these streams defending, like, well, it's a long distance. I couldn't just drive there. Whatever. What you saying? I could have been there.
He flashes. He constantly flashes stacks of fake money and stuff at us. I know. You can definitely buy a plane ticket with all that fake money. But yeah, so I mean, just imagine the scenario. If Maleek had been in that hotel lobby, there would have been all sorts of shredded Qurans. I mean, like piles of them. Definitely would have happened. He doesn't show up, so he says he's going to show up. One, he says I'm dead. I'm going to die there. People are going to kill me there. That doesn't happen. And then he says he's going to show up. He doesn't even show up, like a coward. And then this guy doesn't even show up. And well, you didn't rip up the Quran when I'm not there. What a dork, man! What an epic dork.
Start. I'll give him a new house head start. He can he can get everything. I'm not off his case at all. Bring your hundreds of thousands of followers. All you do is Twitter warrior. Come in real life.
Did he not, Thaddeus? Did he not know exactly where I would be? And did he not say he was going to come and then didn't? And then what? Does he actually want like a Sheikh Uthman's sort of situation where I have to like follow him around the world? No,
I
dude.
guess.
Barbecue sauce.
They're cowards. Real life. If
Look how cool that is, by the way. Legendary. Hey, for anyone who didn't see it, you can get one of those. You can get your own Quran Islamic Dilemma onesie. L-E-L-L-E ISO Elohim. And I shared it as a post on YouTube maybe a day or two ago, but she posted a video on how she made it and what these verses say. So if any of you weren't following back in the day, down the right side, it has Bible verses that contradict the Quran. And on the left side, it says it has Quran verses that confirm the Bible. And so it's an Islamic Dilemma onesie, but you can actually get one of those. Very, very comfortable. Good as pajamas.
If it was in front of me, there's no negotiation. There's no negotiation in real life. In real life, you, AP, and IP, out of the 2-piece, y'all would have had a 6-piece with barbecue sauce.
So he says, if you showed up in real life, I would have punched you, right? I would have beat you up.
I keep hearing
you
he's like
did show
5.
up
I
in real
keep
life.
hearing he's like 5'6". Dude, what are you even gonna? I guess he's saying he would
He
shoot me or
claims
something
he's
like that, because
6'1".
we know he ain't got no hand skills that can mess with the dizzle, right? Like him and any 5 of his buddies and so on. But I mean, isn't it like you knew where I was going? You said you would be there. You said I was going to get pop. Then none of that happens, and then what? I'm supposed to find you? Come on, dude. It's embarrassingly terrible.
My thing is, my biggest problem, like I said yesterday, is about the community, number one. And number two, I'm looking at some of you Muslims with a big side eye because some of y'all have no ghira for your religion. You're sitting behind the screen. You have no ghira for your religion whatsoever. Some of y'all should really be put in jail for 3 days. Honestly.
So the put in jail for 3 days, that's a reference to apostasy laws, right? So the consensus Islamic opinion is that if you apostatize, you're put in jail and you have 3 days to repent and become a Muslim again, or you're put to death.
They differ a little on the timing and stuff like
exactly.
that.
That is definitely true, that there's some disagreement, but that's what he's referencing. He's saying you guys are apostates, right? Why? Because you don't show up in real life to defend your religion. And it's just so ironic, right? He's the only one who wasn't there, and he's like, I'm calling out all the Muslims. They didn't show up. They didn't take David out. Why didn't you show up? Oh, well, I'm in California. That's a long ways from Houston.
It's really hard. David, fly across the entire country so I can run from you over here. But yeah, I wasn't going to fly to Texas, which is halfway across the country. Coward. No, Maleek, you knew for a long time exactly where I was going to be. You knew that if you were finally in the presence of a real man, you would have just like melted in front of me. You would have melted like wax, and you wouldn't have done anything. And I could have ripped up every Quran on the planet right in front of your face, and you wouldn't have done anything. Nothing. Coward.
So all I'm saying is, if you want me to be like, yeah, I'm going to go do this and that, so then they come on camera and be like, oh, yeah, look, we have threats against him. If you guys want me to do that because you guys are feds as well, then think again. What I'm saying is that from what I can do
Which is run my mouth on TikTok like a coward and snitch on everybody.
On the phone screen, is I can prompt you guys to speak up against him and understand what the heck's going on here.
You want to speak up against me? Y'all doing a crap job, man.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really mean speak, of course, because he says,
I know.
I could threaten him, but then they would just get me in trouble. Well, he could actually just show up without making a threat, first of all, right? He could just show up somewhere you're going to be without making a threat. And then second of all, he's like, well, I can't do it, but you guys can. Yeah, totally. You guys can show up and debate him or talk to him.
What a coward. Can someone please go out and do all the stuff that I say I want done, but I'm too much of a coward to do? And can someone else write my raps for me?
He went upstairs to dress in his onesie, came back with the Quran, didn't do nothing to it. Didn't do nothing to it. Didn't do nothing to it. And I wish he did in front of them. I would love to have seen that play out right in front of my eyes.
At Quran Demolition Ranch channel, you can see it play out.
Yeah, Maleek, check out Quran Demolition Ranch. And you haven't even seen our 100 ways yet, but don't worry, it's coming.
Y'all guys need to stop worrying about some debate reviews, bro, and actually deal with the problem at hand. Why am I the only person who finds this urgent?
Because no one is as stupid as you and as much of a tactical moron as you. Like any random person has like infinitely more hikmah than you, dude. Like you are the dumbest tactician I've ever seen in my entire life. And any idiot is like, this guy's stupid, man.
Yeah, so Henny had just said before this, shortly before, that they're going to have a debate review coming up. And then the chat's like, yeah, let's see the debate review. Let's get to that. And now Maleek's like, debate review? We don't need a debate review. Debate reviews are lame. We need to go out and do stuff in the real world, not like me who just sits here and tells you to do it.
And I mean, it's just insane. Like, what's he saying? Like, I wouldn't do it because what? Muslims would have done something? Who? Jake? The lawyer? Or like the three nice, calm Muslims who were having a discussion with me and didn't seem to care about, ripping out the Quran. So which one of these guys were going to jump on me? There were like 30 Christians there and spread around the lobby and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who was going to do what? And if they were going to do something, they wouldn't have a problem with me having the Quran printed on my butt cheeks and sitting on it? They didn't have a problem with that?
Oh, just to correct myself, this is actually the Speaking Muslims live. I guess Henny's is next, but he's going to jump off of Speaking Muslims because they want to do a debate review, and he doesn't want to be part of that.
All right.
Why am I the only person that finds this urgent?
Because you're stupid.
Am I like you guys say? Are you guys agents or am I agents?
You're an agent.
Bro, you guys in the chat, you geeks trying to do debate reviews. Some of y'all are hype up Muslims. You just want to be around the numbers and the hype. You want to be in the entourage, but y'all don't want to do nothing when it's time.
Do what? Say it, Maleek.
Liddy Wood just ran, and y'all didn't. Y'all just sat there.
Ran. I sat in the lobby for hours.
So now someone in the chat calls Maleek a snitch.
He is. He's the king of snitches, man.
Hey, Subhay, guess what? If I'm a snitch, then your boy Libiano a snitch because he goes around snitching too, and Warner's a snitch because he goes around snitching too. If I'm a snitch,
yeah, you're all snitches. Granted, man. No dispute here. You guys are all snitches. Yes.
I'm not a snitch. I'm going to tell on Libiano and Warner.
Don't come in here talking about me being a snitch, right?
We can grant that you were a snitch and that these other guys are snitches. There's no conflict here, man.
Anyway, regardless, I don't even know who's real and who's not anymore, bro. Like, I got a beef with these guys, and I got a beef with my own people too because of what they're doing as well. They're all on the same team right now. In my head,
these
guys are all on the same team.
Yes, we're all, and come on, Maleek, you're on our team too. We're all on the team of destroying Islam. All of us. We're all on that same team.
I don't know on what planet you can go debate these people. I don't know what planet you can go debate these people.
Earth. You can debate right here.
Dean responds begging for a debate. Right?
What do you mean, Maleek? Maleek, what'd you say something about Libiano?
Yeah, they're all of them. All of them. Even Jake. Even Jake.
Bro,
even Jake.
I'm talking about Libiano.
Yo, Henny. Yo, Henny, check this out, bro. You ain't gonna defend Libiano over what I'm saying when I'm saying the right thing.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, cool. If you want to do that, then Henny, then you need to be under the microscope too, because
everything's a threat with him. So I think if you're going to side with this guy against me, then I'm going to put you under the microscope too, which means I'm going to snitch on you too. Snitch on you or dox you or both.
How you going to defend? You're going to defend somebody who you know the violations?
Libiano ain't doing nothing.
No, he is doing something. He's mingling with Kafirs. He's mingling with Salam al-Masih group.
So he got kicked off there. Now he's going to start his second or maybe third live of the day.
But chat, if you didn't watch, I just posted a video of me and David Wood.
Chat.
And IP and AP and me baking them. Chat, you saw what it was, right? David Wood cowered it out. Started talking about, I'm going to destroy Maleek, this and that. Okay, how's your wife? We outside. David Wood was scary. Brought the Quran from downstairs. Didn't do anything with it. Because he don't want that.
Because I don't want what? Not sure. Okay. Maleek. He seems to be acting like, oh, David got scared all of a sudden. No, Maleek. If I'm talking to people like you who are issuing threats and doxing and all this stuff, then I have a pretty strong inclination to rip up your book right in front of you and do all kinds of other things with it. If I'm in the presence of Muslims that I'm getting along with, whether that's in person or online, I have zero interest. Like even when Issa's on here, Issa doesn't seem to care a whole lot. about someone messing up the Quran or something like that. Why? He thinks God's like God's just beyond like being completely enraged about something like that. Okay. But notice, if Issa's on, we don't do any of that stuff. Even if we were watching you and you were running your mouth, I wouldn't rip it up with Issa. Why? Because he's a Muslim and we get along, right? So, no idea what this guy's like delusional.
Him, AP, and IP cooked them all, flamed them all. AP, IP, and why they running? Why they running?
Why are we running from the place where you said you were gonna meet up with us and do something? Why are we running from? I mean, can you imagine? You show up, I'm gonna show up, and you're dead. Pop, 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 pop. We show up, he doesn't, and we're running. What a coward, man!
Yeah.
Why they running? Why they internet thugs?
They're internet thugs.
If you want to talk about it, Libiano is literally, right? Libiano is literally, just like all these other guys, cowards. They're all cowards, dude. I don't care if you like their stuff. I don't hate on what they do. Like debates, this and that. These guys are cowards. They won't speak up. All they do is go against the operation and go debate these people. All they do is go debate these people, chat. Oh, Ryan, that's another thing. When AkiX DOX'd him, he hit me up and was begging me to help him. I jumped into that beef for him too. So this is the thing. Libiano's a straight user. He'll use you to jump in all his beefs. I handled all his beefs for him, handled everything for him, and now he's hiding behind Henny. Now he's like, oh, let's go to Henny's live. Henny's going to be their little workman. But you know what's funny? If I tell you, when Henny goes against Libiano will make a group call and try to humiliate Henny. I noticed that too about Libiano. When Central ran off uselessly, he tried to get him off the app. Exactly. He's down to like rip Muslims off the app, but he doesn't want to help Muslims against these guys. And you saw, bro, I stood 10 toes. I didn't switch up when these guys came on camera. When Diddy and them came on camera. I'm not a fan of these guys, bro. I'm not like these other guys that fan out and have respect. How could you have respect for someone that rips your book, has Al Zut Day, and all of these types of things?
At least he follows all of our awesome work.
I know. He seems to watch all of our content. Like he regularly makes references to things that happen in the middle of long live streams.
Sorry, chat. I need you guys to like, you know, I need you guys to really stand for it though.
So notice that, like, he's talking about
stand for him.
Right?
Stand for him.
He's talking about Libiano. He's like, man, Libiano's such a loser. He tried to get Central Dawa canceled off TikTok. I would never try to get anyone canceled off TikTok. And by the way, we need to cancel Libiano off TikTok.
Y'all were quick to turn against Daniel Hakikichu. It's just like, bro, if somebody else came out and said this about him, y'all would have did the same thing. Just like when I attacked Jake for being a hater on Libiano. Everyone stood behind Jake. Then when someone else did it, y'all all went against Jake. It's like y'all just want to go opposite to what I'm saying. It's at this point.
Yeah, that's a good rule for life. Whatever Maleek does, do the opposite, and you'll be successful.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this is a live stream on his own channel, speaking to his own audience, and he's telling his audience that they hate him. They always do the opposite of whatever he tells them.
He's right. He's completely right. That's why they watch him. It's like, let's get some advice here on what to do, and we'll just do the opposite.
You don't even believe in Islam, some of y'all. Some of y'all just believe in everything opposite to what I say. If I say go left, no, go right. Go up, no, go down.
Smart.
Anything I say, some of you just want to go against it, just for the sake of going against it. You don't actually care if it's right or wrong with Islam. These guys, bro, have nothing to do with Islam the way they're moving. I'm sorry. They have nothing to do with Islam the way they're moving.
So I believe now we're going to be on the night live stream of Speaking Muslim.
So this is Speaking Muslim.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's Speaking Muslim right there, but that's like his stream?
Yeah, I believe this is his stream. Maybe that first one was actually Henny's. I get confused because there was a big picture of speaking Muslim at the top there, but I think that one was Henny's. I think that was the one that he got kicked off of for arguing with them that they shouldn't do a debate review. And then now Speaking has done one after. So I did put them in chronological order. So this is like late night now, and they're hanging out in the lobby, and Maleek's going to call in again.
Because none of them came when they should have come. Like, don't press us. Oh, y'all should have done that. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Do what? Y'all ain't even here. We came. Hey, let me see my bag over there. Can I see?
Good point. Speaking Muslim showed up. Jake showed up. Several other Muslims showed up. Biggest coward on the planet did not show up.
Something? Want to see something real quick? I want to see the moral victory.
Instead, after he doesn't show up, he whines that other Muslims don't show up and do what he said he wanted done.
We got today, alhamdulillah. Let me show you something real quick. May Allah bless you guys. Okay. Alhamdulillah. See that? I didn't pay for this. Brother, I know. I'm just showing them. Hold on, brother. Like, relax, man. Chill, please. So, guys, look. See this book? I didn't come with this book. Okay? This is David Wood's Quran.
I gave it to him. You know why? I have a ton of them, guys. I have a ton of them.
I convinced him to give it to me.
Yes, he did.
Alhamdulillah. I spoke to him. I told him, stop desecrating the Quran. Okay? He made some statements. He kind of said, you know, what it would take for him to stop, to be fair. You know, and I discussed that with him. And wouldn't really actually take much, to be honest with you.
So that's how he starts his live. And then eventually Maleek's going to call in. And of course, Maleek has a different opinion.
No, it's because of me, bro.
But he was actually very polite about it. You know, like, I'm not going to lie and say he wasn't polite about it and like handed it to me willingly, voluntarily. Right? And actually, I'm going to be honest with you, he was nicer to me than Danny Hakikachu was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, when was he? But yeah, Daniel was there. So apparently.
Yeah. He's going to explain it, but he does mean at the debate, Daniel was rude to him.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. I mean, someone even posted there, said even when Jake showed up to my live stream, that was pretty nice, right? And guess what? So was Jake. Yeah, that's kind of the rule. I'm not like, oh, here's a nice Muslim. Let me start ripping up the Quran. It's, oh, here's a Muslim who's being a real jerk and a scumbag and being completely evil. And I will wreck the book that causes you to act like this. If I'm talking to it perfectly, and keep in mind, it doesn't have to be like, oh, if I'm talking to a really good-hearted Muslim, I won't do that. No, it could be any Dawa guy. If we're having a conversation about something, I don't want to disrupt it by doing stuff like that. So yeah, that's reserved for people crossing lines. These guys weren't crossing lines there.
Yeah, I think you didn't even want to return the salam.
Dang. Daniel didn't even want to return the salam. And I gave the guy a Quran.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really bad from David. Like that whole, if David is the top guy debating the Islamic dilemma, that was horrible.
He's done, bro. He's done, bro.
That was so bad.
Wait a minute. I thought he didn't watch it.
He said he didn't watch it. Yeah, he said you guys hear this? He said he didn't watch it and he'll never watch it. And then on the same night, he says, yeah, that was embarrassing. Terrible debate by David.
And they do eventually ask him, and he admits he hasn't watched it.
But these guys aren't compulsive liars, right?
Maleek, I told you to check the DMs, bro.
Whoa, he's sitting there with Danny. That's funny. Danny is, I think he's an atheist, right?
Yeah. So the interaction, I didn't clip it because it's not relevant, but the interaction with Danny was really weird. He was like, you know, I guess joking, but pretending to be a Muslim, and they were very buddy here. But he is going to say like, Maleek, you got a bad strategy, man.
Oh, that's funny.
If you would have,
Amir, why didn't you just get my number?
If you would have told me to squeeze it, it would have been over, bro.
Amir, why didn't you just get my phone number off of Speaking and them, bro? Come on, like.
Because if I give you my phone number, it's game over for me, bro.
What? Yo, Amir, shut your ass up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you were really about squeezing, bro, you just straight call me, bro. You.
So that was a little aside there. he wanted to DM Maleek some info or whatever. He's like, just get my phone number from them. And he's like, no, if you can give you my phone number, then you're gonna dox me and stuff.
As Maleek pretty regularly announces, hey, give me your phone number. He even says when people like join him, he's like, hey, you cross any line with me, I'm gonna dox you.
Maleek, I think you did something illegal.
What did I do? I didn't do anything illegal.
I think you did.
Hey, speaking my attorney, bro. Speaking so I'm good. We good out here, bro.
I'm just sad that this all happened. You saw. I mean, you think the money thing wasn't illegal?
What money thing? I said I'm gonna put money up to get more Qurans. For every Quran he burns, I'm gonna take my own money and put money on his head to get more
Don't
Qurans.
insult everybody's intelligence.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. Hi, bro. Listen, it's all about interpretation, Danny.
Yes, I agree. And the interpretation is pretty bad.
So you're hearing it from the horse's mouth himself, bro. For every Quran he burns, I'm gonna put up money to get more Qurans. Ain't that right, Jake?
Wait, he's gonna give me. Wait, Maleek, are you saying you're gonna give me more money for more Qurans? Because I bought a lot of Qurans. I bought a lot of Qurans for Quran Demolition Ranch. You're seriously saying you're going to give me money? And that's what you meant when you said this is on, when you flashed cash and said this is on your head because of the Quran. Oh, what I really mean is I'll buy you more Qurans. Deal, dude, deal. You can wire me the money through Patreon or PayPal or whatever and tell me this is to replace the money I spent on these Qurans and this is for more Qurans. Do it. If that's what you meant, do it. Want to see it. Want to see it or you're lying. Everyone see what a coward he is, by the way? He'll sit here and flash. He sits there and flashes cash. This is on your head, David. This is on your head. This is on your head for the Qurans. And Danny said, I think what you just did is illegal, right? You're saying there's cash on your head because of what you've done. Meaning, I'm giving cash to someone who takes you out, right?
Well, and then specifically said Jay Prince, right? Jay Prince, my boy. This is my boy Jay Prince in Houston, which was apparently to go to the store in Houston and buy a bunch of Qurans and give them to you.
Yeah, and then where are those Qurans, man? Dude didn't show up with those Qurans. But yeah, this is tactical genius Maleek thinking he can threaten people, but I can just say what I really meant was, yeah. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that.
Notice what he said. He said, my lawyer speaking told me it was legal, which I think is probably actually a true statement, right? He probably ran it by speaking Muslim and said, hey, what is the most I can get away with, right? What will not cross the line of being illegal? And he got that advice. That's a serious ethical violation if he actually got that advice from a lawyer on how to skirt the law of, putting out a bounty.
And that is good information to know about our lawyer friend speaking Muslim.
I don't be passing Qurans around.
I don't think either of us are going to benefit from me pressing anymore.
Bro, where was your crew, man?
Yeah.
Nobody showed up, bro.
Zero.
Hey, man.
We had like 5 Muslims and we still held it down.
Bro, I was here. I was waiting.
Hey, show up to what? Armed security? Like,
Hey, bro, we showed up.
yeah, but y'all.
And what does it mean? There's like armed security, like at the debates and stuff like that. I'm sitting in a hotel lobby, lobby for hours. I'm sitting right by the door. Anyone can walk through that door and blow my brains out. Could have done it. No problem. No one would have been able to stop him. So what's he mean? He like, did you want to kill me and then like you get away and like how did you think this would work? Like you go in there, shoot me, and then, you go out the door and you never get caught or something. Was that the situation you're demanding? I don't know what this dude's thinking, man. Like why wouldn't you be willing to accept the consequences? If you're willing to accept the consequences, namely getting arrested and going to prison and stuff, anyone could have blown my brains out, man. Anyone could have walked right up to me. There was no stopping them.
And keep in mind, this time Jake is still an ally, right? He's still on Maleek's side. That's obviously changed since then. But at this time, Jake is like, hey, man, we trusted you to bring a bunch of people. We trusted you to create a scene and make it difficult for David, and no one showed up. What's going on, man? And then Maleek's like, hey, it's not my fault. They got a security guard, so we couldn't show up. And then they're like, we showed up.
Yeah.
Why didn't you show up?
Yeah, and again, he's just a moron. There was security to get into the debate. There's not security stopping you from getting into the lobby. If you went down the hall to go to the debate room, there was security there. You had to go through a security checkpoint to get into the debate room. Most of the time, I was sitting out in the lobby. Coward.
There for business. Y'all there to debate. I'm not there to debate. Listen, if I showed up, Jake, I guarantee if I showed up today, your Matthew 23 argument wouldn't have hit as hard, bro. Because it might not even it wouldn't even have made it to Matthew 23, bro. As soon as his intro started and my name was mentioned, he would have saw like 4 guys jump across the room.
Did you get a chance to watch that?
No, Central told me.
He admits he didn't watch it there. Not even that. So Daniel encouraged him to watch the first 2 minutes so he could see your statement about him, right, about Maleek, and he wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't even watch that part. He's like, no, I just rely on other people telling me what he said. I mean, he might have actually, right? This is Maleek. We can't take him at his word. But he claims he didn't watch it. Then he claims he did. Then he claims he didn't again. Who knows there. But he's saying, hey, if my guys had shown up, then they would have all jumped David. Yeah, that's exactly what you promised they would do.
Yeah, he promised that, and then I showed up and you didn't. And I mean, think what he's saying here. Like, oh, well, if I had showed up with my crew, we would have done something. Okay, but you didn't. I showed up. So I'm scheduled to do a debate. You say if I show up to the debate, you're going to show up and do this. I show up, you don't, and somehow you conclude I'm running and you're not. And you're like, but there was security to get into the debate. And
hey, I don't know why you guys
debate performance.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who threw a tantrum for an entire month saying, you have to shut down the debate, you have to shut down the debate, you have to shut down the debate, suddenly says, well, of course I didn't show up. I didn't want to disrupt the debate. Why would I want to do that? It's only all I've been saying for an entire month.
Like timid about it, bro. Like this is how any typical Muslim, bro, would get down on the street, bro. We don't tolerate this behavior. Like,
how long have I been doing this? How long have I been doing this? Hey, hey, Thaddeus. Like idiots. I was ripping the Quran, eating the Quran, doing Quranagami, doing all kinds of things with the Quran for years. Then I showed up to Speaker's Corner in a Quran shirt that said checkmate jihadis in front of... Who did anything to me there?
No one.
I've showed up to tons of debates with lots of Muslims in the audience where I blast away at the Quran and Muhammad. Who does anything? But he's sitting there. He lives in this fantasy world. Yeah, but if Muslims are around, oh, yeah, they'll do something. What? What are you guys going to do? Anyway.
And again, Maleek, who doesn't show up, is telling Jake, speaking Muslim, and there's a couple other Muslims sitting with them who are, just non-internet people, but, they are Muslims. And he's like, you guys are all too timid. You didn't attack David during the debate.
No one's ever attacked me during a debate, dude. That's a lot of Muslims. And the one guy who says he's going to attack me during the debate doesn't show up because he's a coward.
We don't tolerate this behavior, bro.
Confiscated the dude's Quran, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is the fact that he even felt comfortable enough to even do it. Like, this guy, bro, is a serious problem. He incites hatred.
There's like, hold on. Hold on. Right now.
Maleek, you literally just said, bro, you weren't going to show up to armed security. Like, what did you expect us to do, bro? They got like 5 cops here.
No, I didn't say nothing about y'all.
I didn't say nothing about you all. You guys are too timid. And then they're like, bro, there's security here and you didn't show up. Well, I didn't say anything about you guys.
It's weird, but by the way, that's a symptom of narcissism as well. You just lie and expect everyone to go along with it. Lie, gaslight. You can deny something you said 10 seconds earlier.
I have my master's. I have my master's in Hadith too. That's okay, bro.
Hey,
Who'd you get it from, man?
From the Farouk School of Thought, bro.
From Oakman?
Yeah. Hey, bro, why you gotta go? Bro, you were doing so good until you did that at the end, bro. I don't know why you had to do all that, bro. Like, come on, bro. That was doing too much.
Bro, is the same guy who got a master's in hadith and said that the footnote was a hadith. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, that's your brother.
Bro, come on. You're going to say that he's not making us look crazy with some of the things he's doing now?
It's funny. He's talking about Sheikh Uthman. He's absolutely correct.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Bro, you let's be real, bro. You said he's pump faking. I said the same thing.
Yeah, but
It is
I think he would have been down to debate, but I think he wanted it on his terms. But he just wanted it more question answer.
Come on, bro. This ain't like a kindergarten class.
He might, do arrangements or something.
He knew
It might help him.
You saw the clip where he didn't even know he was being recorded, man. Looks bad.
Yeah, that was the clip where, what's a debate? What? What's a debate? This on the same day he challenged God Logic to debate, thinking God Logic was in a different city. God Logic showed up. They go in and say, hey, God Logic's waiting outside for you to debate. And he showed the video where you said you want to debate. And he goes, what? What's a debate? Come on.
So they were discussing, for some reason, someone asked like what Allah's favorite color was or whatever. So they were like trying to find the hadith, and Maleek jokes that he has a master's in hadith, and then Jake instantly jokes back, what, did you get it from Uthman? That's how big of a joke Uthman is, right? These Dawa guys are joking about having a master's in hadith like Uthman because he's so clueless about anything Islamic, and yet he claims to have a master's. And I think he does technically. I don't think he made it up, but it's like from a diploma mill, buy your diploma.
Yeah, Muhammad Hijab's
school in
dad.
Pakistan.
Yeah, Muhammad Hijab's dad's school or something like that. Send in your money and we'll send you your diploma. That type of thing. I should do that.
The guy, when I was calling him out and I was sending him voice notes, regular text, everything, didn't answer. But then when I went at the Rebecca being 3 argument, he hit me up.
I heard.
I have the priorities correct, bro. Like, people care about their own little individual argument and stuff. Just like Hamza's den. He doesn't care if I think he's Muslim or not. He just thinks what I think about his arguments against Christianity.
Like,
by the way, he just put up another GoFundMe. He needs another first class, first class trip to Malaysia sitting next to Vanna White.
What? I don't even know what that's about, but
Jake, that was starting out still about Uthman, right? For some reason, Maleek tries to defend Uthman, and then Jake's like, dude, he's like, why didn't you approach him in private about his mistake or whatever? And he's like, dude, I was trying and I was trying and I was trying, and then he wasn't responding, and then I said something publicly about his stupid Rebecca argument, and then suddenly he's all over my DMs trying to get at me, and then he's like, he's just like Hamza, which is another one of the guys he called out on his Dawa tier list there. That's what that's a reference to. He said, Hamza's a C or whatever originally, and then Hamza got on him and ends up that he doesn't care that Jake thinks he's a kafir. He only cares that Jake says his argument is also bad.
that is all that matters.
And that's what he's referencing there.
That is all that matters. All right, guys. So we got that, and then we have another clip where he's about to go. He's about to apparently go after Libiano and Deez Responds, and then I have a special little clip of how OrthoDuckLips responds to people. But let's take these super chats, and then we'll jump into the next clip. Hey, Esmi Sagara says, so the reformed psychopath can't get along with a reformed narcissist. All right. I guess he'll have to be AP's new streaming buddy. Honestly, though, I'd love to watch the guy make fun of Momo. What did your daddy do, hillbilly? No, keep in mind, when I say I wouldn't get along with the dude, that doesn't mean I couldn't enjoy the dude's content. I would love to see Muhammad Hijab talking about the Prophet Muhammad after leaving Islam. And, hey, Muhammad, what did your daddy do? What did your daddy done? Huh? What did Prophet Muhammad's daddy done? That hillbilly redneck. If you don't know what we're talking about, you got to check out the previous streams. But Muhammad Hijab, hold up. Esmi Sagara. Hijab is Hijab is funniest when he's like drunk and high, and we don't want to encourage that sort of thing. And so I don't know when he would be that funny, because you don't want the guy to be stoned out of his mind and stuff like that. But yeah, he would be funny. You are correct there. Ida says, so David, after you're done with Islam, you're going to abolish narcissism coming up in 2027. David Wood, the psychopath versus all the narcissists. I will support that. Yes. Psychopaths of the world need to unite and humiliate all the narcissists. Kit Kat Mike Jones' favorite fan says, I'm actually of Mexican descent and pasty white. Yep, you may be a Sagara. How do I explain to Muslims that Muhammad didn't perform miracles when they insist on it, even after I tell them the Quran says he did not? J. Pendragon, it's just that difficult work. You just have to keep quoting the Quran. Why did Allah say that he didn't? If the Hadith 2 centuries later says, yeah, Muhammad performed a miracle, and Allah says over and over and over again, like a beating drum, that he didn't, what do you believe? So the Hadith trumps Allah? And then you kind of get into like what makes more sense here? That Muhammad was performing all these miracles, but Allah didn't realize it, or that during the time of Muhammad he was known for not performing miracles, but later Muslims invented miracle stories. Just which one of those makes more sense? And just ask your Muslim friend, like what makes more sense. With that said, I still want to. It's such an easy video to make. I want to respond to Sheikh Uthman's little fake AI debate with me about the miracle of splitting the moon. I mean, he just set me up for a funny video going through what the Quran says about Muhammad's miracles, and then like lots of zut jokes because he went with splitting the moon.
Yeah, well, not only does the Quran say that Muhammad didn't work any miracles, right? It explicitly says Allah will not give him any miracles because people didn't believe the previous prophet, so it would be pointless for Allah to do that. And then Muslims are like, well, you see, this is the proof that he's a true prophet. He worked all these miracles. So they know better than Allah, I guess.
Always do. Always do. I just had a revelation. Momo liked animal meat too much. He died from poisoned meat. And who can forget Al-Zut? What was he robbing in caravans? Very Islamophobic. Ducklips did the same thing as Warner. Took it up. Pyru only keeps Maleek around because he will reliably tell half the town where to buy their weed from. They don't show him the hard crimes, though. Yeah. Maybe they just keep him around because he knows where weed is. Folded origami style. Folding on camera, not in the zut sense, I hope. Nope. David, here in the UK, they now knock on people's doors asking if you boycott Israel. U.S. is a freer place. Lots of family live over there. Oh, yeah. No. Make no mistake. The U.S. is way better with that stuff than the UK is right now. UK is one of the worst places.
Not only that, Yasser Qadi implied that the UK was more fundamentalist than Saudi Arabia or the rest of the Middle East. That he's like, in many ways, the Salafi movement is the strongest in the UK, even stronger than in the Middle East or whatever. They've moved beyond it, in other words, in his view. They've moved beyond it. He thinks that's a good thing that they move beyond it, but either way, he says the UK is the most hardcore Salafi place on the planet.
The real dilemma is if Junior or Maleek is the face of Dawah. They both are. They both are, and they're both doing an awesome job. What adult other than Maleek's says in real life this much? Especially for a dude whose only life is on TikTok. He's so coy. Look, man, if you didn't want to replace Warner with the Dizzle, why you sound so extra? If Maleek is worried about getting in trouble for assaulting you, I wonder if Maleek would back down from Street Beef's match with you. Prime opportunity. Spoiler, he would totally run. What the heck? Again, he's this like little tiny, pathetic little dork. Islam is not of God. That's true. Maleek, Big L Smalls just can't win. Not Biggie Smalls, it's Big L Smalls. David don't want that. Yeah, he finds it annoying. Another excellent production reason answers. Thank you. Well, we've got more. It boggles me how much they are willing to risk for so little. Hijab versus Douglas Murray, Uthman versus God Logic, Maleek versus Dawa guys. Sixth graders would call this childish. Conservatives are saying there needs to be more Christian content out there. No joke, 100% serious. This entire saga would make a great comedy movie. That's true. This is what I was talking about, Jake, and Speaking Muslims lied about you to Danny, the atheist, about the 15 and 13 story on that live. Oh, really? Liars are lying?
Yeah, they did. And Danny didn't really know, so he just kind of believed them. But yeah, they kind of made up the whole thing. And he also said that, well, David doxed me first. And Dave's like, really? He did? I didn't know that. Right. So.
Yep. Liars gonna lie. Can't blame them. Can't blame them for doing what they do. It's a super sticker. Thank you for that. The Dawa guys can't debate, argue, or defend Islam and its prophet in any real sense, but they sure do make the trains run on time. That's what it's all about for them. David, you hillbilly redneck. Hillbilly redneck. It's kind of funny because it's kind of true. Grew up in a hillbilly area of West Virginia. Yep. But I moved around a lot and adapted. And so, it was weird. So I grew up hillbilly, got hillbilly family, hillbilly cousins and stuff like that. People are like going out hunting and stuff, like all this hillbilly stuff, moonshine, all that stuff. But moved around, go to prison, lived in the Bronx for a while. For a while, I could fit into any environment. In other words, I could go to a hillbilly area and sound just like a hillbilly. I could go into a room full of philosophers and sound exactly like a philosopher. I could go around some gangstas and sound gangsta, and I could fit in anywhere. But then, like after a while of just not being around anything and just like making YouTube videos and stuff like that, then I couldn't adapt. Like I wouldn't fit in anywhere anymore. Weird. But I fit in here on YouTube with all of you awesome people. He's only funny when he's high because Momo fans have no sense of humor. Christians do, though, so maybe. Yeah, so you're saying if he didn't have Islam, maybe he would have a better sense of humor. Hey, it's Inspiring Philosophy. I think I'm going to be live with IP later. That's still, yesterday we were planning. Let me just make sure that is scheduled still. Just want to make sure I'm going to be live still with IP later so I can tell you guys about it. Inspiring Philosophy. Oh, yeah. Yep. Going to be on 8 o'clock p.m. on IP's channel talking about Islam is collapsing. Apparently, IP has some new data on that. So check that out later.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Inspiring Philosophy says, Maleek said he is leaving the country for Ramadan. Clearly, he is using this as an excuse to report back to Mossad in Israel. He can't fool us. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to send all that info online, so he delivers it in person, and then they send him, they give him his 7,000 shekels per Dawa career that he destroyed and per Quran that he got burned. So he's actually getting piles of cash. Serious moment here. I feel a bit bad for those guys. It feels that they are so lost. That is, if you wanted to be sympathetic, these guys are pretty screwed up. Maleek said he got betrayed with false info and showed screenshots of Speaking Muslim giving him the name and details of David Segara. I know, that's what I heard. Like, what to do. That maybe, like, so Maleek is like, he's like the ear. They called Muhammad the ear because he would believe what he hears. And apparently Maleek was like, what? David Wood's real name is David Segara?
Actually, it's funnier because I've seen that screenshot, and we'll get to see that in the next show. But he sends the info, and then Maleek says, "You got the wrong guy. That's not him."
So he's a little smarter.
But then he airs it anyway. So like he didn't believe it, but he aired it anyway.
And then he built his whole fake interview around that, right? His whole fake interview with my victim, and he built it around the idea that my real name is not David Wood.
Oh yeah. That's what it says later in the conversation. And I'm speaking with the girl in a few hours, so I need to know something like that.
Stupid. Hey, check this out. We got a special guest showing up here. Hey, why are you all the way at the bottom of the screen, man?
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
There we go. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I just saw you were streaming. I said, maybe I'll just take a visit and drop in.
That's how Issa does it. Now, hey, Maleek, see how this works? We got Issa here. So even if I'm watching something and I'm about to, oh man, I'm going to shred this Quran, Issa's here and he's cool, so I won't end up doing it. And you'll be like, oh, what a coward. Do it, coward. Do it. Weird stuff.
I beg you, I really want to see it.
In the 1980s, there was a movie named Zoot Suit with Edward James Olmos. There's a joke in there somewhere. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was, I've never actually watched that, whatever it was, 2012 Judge Dredd movie, but I've seen a bunch of YouTube clips and I posted it on X. I just noticed at random watching one of the clips that behind him, so he's sitting there and he's like killing a guy and stuff, but behind him, there's a place called Zoot Dog. And so it's funny. But yeah. So, Issa, we're about to check out this next clip. You ready, man?
Yeah, so after Maleek had a little bit of time to reflect on the debate or the onesie or the not him chickening out and not showing in person, however you want to put that, he decided to go live. He ends up streaming for like 6.5, 7 hours, something like that.
That's impressive.
And,
hey, 6.5, 7 hours with like 10 minutes of actual content.
I know. I didn't leave anything relevant out of what we're about to see from that stream. Well, I did leave out some funny stuff. So the first hour or so, he talks about his rap career and what he learned from that. And there was a lot of funny stuff in that of his ridiculous claims that I didn't put in. But other than that, I did put in everything relevant. It's just repetition or him defending himself against chat or, whatever else that was going on that I didn't put in.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll check that out. One more super chat because this is to you, Issa. Hey, Issa, me and my doppelganger, that's what he means me, because this is, es mi sagara. Me and my doppelganger are having an argument. Do you think hijab would be an awesome, super-based Christian?
It's hard. Like when I think of like Christians, I don't know, I think of compassion, mercy, empathy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't know. These are the kind of qualities I would expect from a Christian because if you're following Christ, that's what you would have. I wouldn't think about chest thumping and being rude and talking about golden showers. That's not really what I think about when I think of a Christian. That's not like the ideal picture. So I think those things would have to change first.
Yeah, those things would seriously have to change. Now, Issa, we're going to check out this next clip. Just so you know, there are apparently going to be some negative things said about some of your Dawa heroes, so don't let this shake your confidence. If Maleek says some mean things about Orthodox Muslim and Deez Responds, let's check out what we got here. Justice!
Whoa. Club Pyru, we in the building, man.
Based.
Well, today we can call it justice. Today we can say justice has came. Justice.
I don't even know where he's going with this, but he's got my interest.
Justice has occurred. And by the way, this live, it ain't going to be about what you think it's about. This is a venting session for the past 4 years.
Oh, wait. Maleek venting? I like where this is going, and I have no idea where it's going. Why Maleek quit music? The real reason or the fake reason? The real reason, because you sucked at music, Maleek. How do I know that? Because you literally had to pay people to show up to your shows. That kind of says something.
He has a nice story, that's fun.
Oh, okay.
He has a nice story that's fun.
Yeah, I'm guessing this isn't the real story, but this is his story.
No.
Yeah, because you know what? Because I was such a dope rapper, and everyone said, yo, you're better than Eminem, and I was like, oh, but I like Eminem, so I won't overshadow all these people. I'll just back out and go sit on TikTok with a bunch of dorky 12-year-olds.
It might be more
Drake
ridiculous than that.
Drops a song.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh really? Let's see.
Khaled drops a song with Lil Wayne, Lil Baby and Drake, right? And guess what happens? They copy my whole style from the music video. They copy everything. If you go watch that video, they copy everything from the video. They take the fit, they take the look, they take the scrubs, they take the shots, they take everything from there. And I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wait, hold on. Is he actually going to say that because he's so awesome, everyone was copying him? So I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with this. Everyone's just copying me. I'm done with this whole rap. Is he actually going in that direction?
Yeah, well, partially. That's the first thing that starts his journey out of the music industry. But yeah, DJ Khaled and Drake teamed up to steal Dr. Maleek's music video style.
Y'all getting this? DJ Khaled and Drake, who really famous people, they were copying this guy that no one's ever heard of. That's what they were doing, guys. You heard it here. Let's see.
So
I have a question.
Then I'm like, okay, cool.
What's up?
Is Dr. Maleek is a Salafi, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it sounds like he's a part of like the Salafi team, right?
It seems like he rolls with Salafis, yeah. So, but I don't know his exact. But yeah, based on who he rolls with, I would conclude that.
Because Salafis are against music; they think it's haram. So I'm like, it's interesting that you would be promoting haram things if you're promoting Islam. I don't know. I find that to be strange.
That would be the. I mean, again, the real answer is because he sucked. That's why. That's where his music career went. He sucked. He couldn't make it, so he had to find something else to do, right? That's the real answer. And a perfectly believable answer that would earn him praise and respect from Muslims would have been, hey, I had this awesome rap career. I was going to be the next Jay-Z and Eminem and everybody else rolled into one. But, then I started taking Islam more seriously. And I thought, music is haram. I can't be doing this anymore. But he decided to go, I don't know what else is coming up, but he decided to go with, nope, all these like world famous people were all copying my, 10 followers on YouTube.
Y'all want to take my stuff? Cool. That's when I started realizing that if, like, with these bigger artists, if you don't play ball with them, then they're just going to start biting your stuff. As all of this is happening, Chad, I'm slowly starting to realize, hold on, like, there's something wrong in the industry right now because a lot of people were switching up. Like, a lot of artists that I saw, right? A lot of artists that I saw were, like, acting cool. But then they start acting weird, demonic and stuff. So I start going to these people, like I start moving around. Obviously, we're at Diddy's crib, like not on none of that, but we just like that's where all the parties were in LA.
So did he just claim that he's at the Diddy parties?
Yes.
But he says not like that.
Like that.
I'm at the Diddy parties, but yeah, not doing all the Diddy stuff at the Diddy parties. Yeah, sure, Maleek, sure. And I'm just, I'm hanging out with Elon Musk later on, and I'll ask him what he thinks about all this.
This is where it gets funny now. This is where it gets tricky. Okay.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. That's a rap. Those are rappers, Maleek. Not whatever it is you're doing.
I start realizing when I go to these parties, right?
Diddy parties.
People start acting weird, and like
really, they start acting weird at Diddy parties. You think?
Energy starts to feel weird to me, so I'm like, like
the energy at the Diddy parties that I was never actually at. I realize there's a weird energy in all this place, and bottles of baby oil all over the place.
Okay,
I backed it up a little.
I start realizing when I go to these parties, right? That people start acting weird, and like the energy starts to feel weird to me. So I'm like, what's going? Like,
things started feeling weird. I'm there with the Warner, at the Diddy party. Well, it's baby oil, and then something started. I started feeling something weird. Come on, dude.
Like people,
I can't. Like how? Like people. David, why are you joking? Like how? How could anyone? I was at the Zoot part, dude. Okay. It's at the Zut party.
We're saying it's Illuminati, this and that, but I don't see anything, right? Like I'm looking at it and it looks clean. It just looks like maybe people drank or smoked.
He just said that people were saying it's the Illuminati at the Diddy party.
This all ties together, right? So he shares, hey, this is some Illuminati stuff at these Diddy parties, and I'm over at the Diddy party. And then Warner, because we don't know all the details of what these guys talk about, but it all comes together right now. So he's saying he was at the Diddy parties. He was saying weird energy and stuff like that. And it turns out it's some Illuminati stuff. And then the Warner mysteriously gets the idea that he would have to take it up the butt to join the Illuminati. At the Diddy party. Wonder where we would have gotten that idea, this weird energy. And I just started feeling something weird deep inside me at the Diddy parties. Come on, man.
Right? Okay. Now watch this. This is funny because I met Nicki Minaj at whenever LA, I don't know what year it was.
And Nicki Minaj fell in love with me and she said, hey, Maleek, I want to do a full record with you. You're so awesome.
Google what year was the Super Bowl in LA. Whatever year that was the year I met Nicki Minaj, okay?
Yes. And she said, you are my only true love. And I said, no, that would be haram because I'm a devout Muslim now.
And at the time, Nicki Minaj was seen at the mosque. Like they were capturing her out, like coming outside the mosque, right? So I'm like, okay. And Nicki's like, cool. Like we were speaking back and forth. Like it was all like she seemed cool to me, right? And I told her, like I literally told her, and I forgot who else was with her. I was saying to them, like, yo, like, don't you think sometimes people in the game are fake and stuff and that? She was like, nah. Like, I'm good. I'm this, and that. Like, nah, it's just, she was basically saying, like, I was complaining, pretty much. That was her, like, end thing. Like, I was complaining and that I just needed to step up my game. Now, look yesterday.
So, let me get this right. Let me guess. Nicki Minaj concluded that Maleek was right. This man had the hikmah. He was right about all this stuff. So she's like, no, all this stuff is completely fine and innocent. But now, thanks to Maleek, she finally, oh my goodness, let me play this.
This is why the failed rapper left. And this is why when I went to Mecca, it happened straight after.
Hold up. He's saying that he left the rap game because of all the stuff they're doing. And he realized it's demonic, all this stuff they're doing. And so instead of just deciding that he was going to be a force for good in the rap game, he just has to get away from the rap game.
Them, because I was already, right? This was already on my mind. She said, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and unalive them as a form of blood sacrifice to their God. You see, when you're...
I just pointed out the comment here from Carrie Ann Patricia. She says, Nicki's been complaining about the industry for years. No, Carrie Ann, you just heard it from Maleek. This all started because, Maleek said some stuff to her and she said, no, the industry is completely good and totally innocent. It's all sugar-coated raindrops here. Everyone's super nice and sweet. And then now she just finally realized, after all these files have come out recently, Maleek was right. I have to go find Maleek. I have to find Maleek to tell him he was right. You were right about everything, Maleek. You're so strong. You have the hikmah. You have the hikmah.
Master is Satan. You must constantly shed blood. However, the jig, she put it in caps because jig is Jigga. Jigga is Jay-Z, is up, right? So now all of...
No, that's a perfectly normal saying. The jig is up.
This comes out 4 years later. Or 5 years later, whenever wallahi, there's a picture of me, Dua Lipa, and Selena Gomez. Bro, I remember the cameraman wouldn't give me the fucking picture because he wanted like $300 for the picture.
So I
Hey,
have a question. He seems to know all the famous people. He's involved with all the famous people. I wonder if these famous people claim him. I think that would be an interesting assessment to see if any of this is actually true. And my other point is, Nicki Minaj is a Christian. Does he have a problem with her faith as a Christian? Because he's a combatant against Christianity. So he does know that she's a devout Christian. So I wonder how that works as well.
what's extremely hilarious here is his only evidence that he's rolling with any of these people is a picture that he didn't have $300 to buy. Maleek, isn't this the age of like cell phones and stuff? So you're at the Diddy party with Selena Gomez and Nicki Minaj and stuff like that, and someone takes a picture, and it's going to be $300. You want this picture? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. There are no cell phones anywhere. But I wish I had a record of this moment. But so it's like, trust me, bro. It's like, yeah. Hey, Maleek, I was chilling with Elon Musk. It was Elon Musk. It was now Donald Trump was there, but Jay-Z was also there. It was pretty cool, man. We're at Mar-a-Lago, and we're all just chilling, and it was an awesome time. And Cardi B came up to me and she's like, "Hey, could you beatbox on my next record? And I was like, "No, I'm not too. My beatboxing days are over." And we recorded it all, but dude was like, "Hey, you want this recording? It's going to be $10." And I was like, "Nah, $10 too much." So anyway, trust me, bro.
Yeah, so someone in the chat basically said they didn't believe him. So he's like, "Hey, man, there was this great photo."
That photo exists. 10 minutes. That photo exists. I just never bought it, but it exists.
And then later on, he actually comes back and gives the photographer's name and shows the photographer's Instagram page, or
and then doxes him. He doxes him. I will dox his entire family until he admits that there was such a picture.
To find out now that all the people were right about Rock Nation. I'm so passionate about this because it just proves right why I stopped doing it, why I stopped dropping music, right? I was telling him that look, something don't seem right, because every time like I would get an opportunity, I would lose the opportunity because I wouldn't do like whatever they asked.
Wait, we know what the Warner says they would ask for.
So he gave a bunch of examples, but it was quite funny, right? The first hour of his program was quite funny. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So one of the examples was that, so he's talking about his, getting a record deal or whatever, right? And he says that he turned them down because he wanted $1 million and they were only offering him $250,000. And then they came back and he said, "Okay, fine, you can have your $1 million. But you got to pierce your ears and wear skinny jeans." He's like, "No, man, I ain't piercing my ears. I ain't wearing no skinny jeans." But then,
wait, he wears that hat. He wears that dorky hat all the time, and he wouldn't pierce his ears. Wait, apparently there's some requirements for joining these the Illuminati at these Diddy parties. Something has to be pierced. That ain't your ears. What really had to be pierced?
Why wasn't Dr. Maleek hang out with Junior? Like, Junior is a spectacular musician. Why isn't he? I mean, it's the Muslim content. You should go hang out with Junior and what do they call it? Work together, do a collaboration.
Hey, Maleek, if you want to get back in the rap game because you suck at whatever you're doing now, meet up with Junior. You guys would crush it, man. You guys are the two faces of Dawa in 2026. So. Awesome team up. Dawa team up. Like music, like Dawa.
I don't trust half of these guys.
Hey, before you go on, I want to finish that story because it's very funny. So he turns down the record deal, right? But then Coors, the alcohol company, approaches him, despite him not having a record deal, and says, "Hey, man, we want you to be the face of our company."
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing,
Coors
you got to
beer.
actually drink the product.
Oh, yeah. So then Coors showed up and said, "Hey, we're going to give you $100 billion, but you have to take a sip of this beer." And I was like, "No, that would be haram." And then a pig company showed up and they said, "We will give you $50 trillion if you become the new face of our sausages." And I said, "No, that would be haram." So I just turned down all this money and decided to go on TikTok with 30 people watching.
Yeah, so after he declines Coors because he didn't want to drink alcohol, right? He was okay with it as long as he didn't actually have to drink it, but they insisted he actually drink it. Then all of a sudden, things just started to fall apart, right? Suddenly they wanted to charge him to produce his record, which is actually part of any standard record deal is that, yes, they give you money, but it's an advance and they take the costs out of that, right? You have to pay back the advance through your royalties that you earn over time. To cover the costs of producing the record and whatnot. And he's like, well, then they were to charge me for my record, which he already declined the contract, so it doesn't even make sense. And the whole thing is just like this, right? It's just a long series of all the great people he met and all the brand deals he turned down and all this. And the whole point of this long, again, close to an hour story about the music industry is it was fake. The Dawa scene is just like it. The Dawa scene is also fake.
Oh, awesome. Let's see.
Whatever they ask.
Oh, and he has great foresight. He realized that the music industry was fake, and that's why he got out. And now it's been revealed by Nicki Minaj. And he's getting out of the Dawa, and you'll see. Mark his words. You'll soon find out about how fake the Dawa is.
It's fake, all right.
I don't trust half of these guys that say they're Muslim in the music industry because they all will sell out so quick. If you think Dawa people will sell out, if you think these Dawa guys, like Libiano is a complete sellout.
Yep.
Just straight up. Libiano, Orthodox Muslim, I promise you. Reason I disassociate, you guys don't even know it. From a perception standpoint, it looks like he disassociated, but wallahi, I disassociated from Libiano as soon as I started seeing he was a sellout. As soon as I started seeing Libiano was a sellout, disassociated from him straight away. I just clocked it and dipped. And you guys will see. I'm always early to the game. I'm always early. You guys will see it soon. This guy's a sellout. If you knew his operating style, you would see it. Complete sellout. Okay? Now, that was just that was just one person, I promise you. Sellout. Deez Responds, sellout. I told Libiano, bro, Deez Responds is going to be your downfall. Oh, I know, bro. It's okay. He just gives me the notes. Next thing you know, they're buddy. Leafy. Oh, I told him, Leafy's recording your phone calls, bro. Leafy is recording your phone calls. Oh, nah, bro. He ain't recording no phone calls. Then you go find out your phone calls are getting recorded, right? Then I start telling you, okay, I told you, Libiano, you're becoming a sellout. I didn't bring you around Warner so you could start selling out and get in Hollywood.
Why did you bring him around Warner? That's some sort of weird offering?
People think I'm hating on him, but I really know behind the scenes too much on how these guys operate, on what these guys are trying to do.
Come on, we know you're gonna back down. We know it, man.
My point being is that everything around you, right? Everything around you, okay, is not what it seems. Is Hajj travel becoming a business or Umrah, right? Because every time I was in Umrah, right, it's always a business. It's always a business.
That's true.
So
people have to save up for years to go on Hajj, and they the agencies that make the trips try to milk them for every penny they can for all these awesome upgrades left and right. Brilliant. I mean, hats off to hats off to the game there, because you got a desert. You're in the middle of a desert. How do you make it? How do you make it this super wealthy city? Well, they did it.
I went and did Umrah with my mom. I took her. My mom,
what's that?
I want to add one thing too. One thing that's not mentioned too is there's a lot of prejudice and racism too. So if you're a person of European ancestry, that you get questioned if you're actually a Muslim or not. Let's say you have a name like David Wood. If you said, "Hey, I'm a Muslim and I want to go to do Umrah," They'll be like,
is that an
"You're not
experiment
really
you're suggesting? You suggesting a fun experiment?
It would be very hard, I promise. If you try to go and you say, "No, my name's David Wood," they're like, "Are you really Muslim? No, nah, you can't be Muslim. You're of European ancestry. You're not Muslim."
And I can say, but I was convinced by all the powerful da'wah. And they go, "Oh, okay, come on."
It's a problem though. There is a lot of discrimination to people of European ancestry, and I think that's an issue. Should be questioned.
And people of African ancestry.
True.
Right? It's always a business. It's always a business. So I went and did Umrah with my mom.
That's
I
sweet.
took her. My mom, she couldn't walk. Like, she can walk, but she's not quick with it, you know? So I was like, hop in the wheelchair. I'm going to push you. When I went to go get the wheelchair, when I was trying to find a wheelchair for her, they were trying to charge because I didn't speak Arabic like that. They were trying to charge for the wheelchair. That's when I started realizing, I was like, what's going on here, bro? Why are there wheelchairs hanging around and y'all trying to tax for the wheelchair?
Wheelchair
tax.
You
have to pay. He's correct. Yeah. You have to pay. You can actually get it for free, but it's much harder to get it. Like to get it to place. They have like what do they call it? They have like a service that you have to pay a good amount of money. It's maybe like $30 or $40 in American money to get the wheelchair. Yeah, it's problematic. He's right about that.
Yeah, I only clipped one example, but he gives several examples of the commercialism. He talks about how people from poorer countries, like say Pakistan, for example, they save their entire life to get there, and everything's so expensive that they sleep on the street or they sleep in the mosque because they can't afford a hotel. And he's like, well, I was going to try to help him out and get him a hotel, and it's like $1,000 a night. He's like, what the heck? It was like $200 through the travel agency, but they want to charge people $1,000 a night for a hotel here. And so he describes in great detail how there's like, hundreds of people sleeping on the streets because they can't afford a hotel, but they feel obligated to do the Hajj.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it's deeply problematic. Like it's kind of grotesque. A lot of times when people go on tours, they usually go like with 5 or 6 people in a room in order to cut down the costs in a hotel. So it's extremely, extremely expensive. The plane is expensive. The hotels are expensive. Food is expensive. The whole thing is extremely expensive. And there's a lot of poverty there too. You just go a little distance away from like Mecca and the Kaaba, you're going to find a place where people are panhandling on the street, and a place where like you could say even billions of dollars are coming in from tourists. There's poverty there still. So I find that to be extremely horrific and problematic.
Yeah, and besides that, you have all the sexual assault and so on. They're the gropers who go around just constantly groping women and men, apparently. And people are actually warned, hey, don't react to the groping or it will cause this big scene and so on.
And there's one other thing too. Like, so the Blackstone is this big center, right? So it's when people do the tawaf, when they're walking around the Kaaba, people want to kiss the Black Stone. Like everybody wants to do that. So, but there's no line that allows people to go kiss the Black Stone. So it's like utter chaos, right? And you might have like men trampling on women to kiss the Black Stone. Like tiny little women, you'll see these men running and trampling over women. It's like you can get really hurt if you want to go kiss the Black Stone. It's like really, really problematic and difficult. And they don't even organize it. You could probably die just trying to kiss the Black Stone. So,
yeah, especially if you don't catch a disease from it. Well, the people
yeah, and that's
smooching all over.
Getting cleaned. You're right. That's actually a really valid point. Are you actually cleaning it? Are you disinfecting that? With multiple people kissing it. That's a very valid argument.
Yeah, do right. There should be one of those sanitizer dispensers right beside it. Let's make it hygienic. Make the Hajj hygienic. That should be a campaign. Dawa guys don't care.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
These guys
so before
don't
you go
care
on,
about.
What's up?
Maleek talks about Saudi Arabia in more detail. More things going wrong in Saudi Arabia, and he talks about Epstein potentially having the fabric that goes around the Kaaba.
He did,
and he says, "Well, I don't necessarily believe it, but if he did, I'm done with Saudi Arabia. I'll never."
He had the picture.
Again.
Yeah, there's a picture of them with that as a rug in his living room. And there's all the correspondence on how he was able to get that and the people who helped him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I didn't clip that because we want to focus on the Dawa guys, but his overall point is everything's fake. Music industry's fake.
He's the only real thing.
The Hajj is fake.
Maleek is the only real
guys are
one.
Fake. Yep, exactly. Maleek alone is real.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm gonna be real with you. These guys don't care about you, bro. They only care about running their dilemma. They're all writing books so they can sell their books to you, right? This is all a business. Write a book like Dean. Dean is the biggest guy. Like, chat, we can't even do anything as a community. Look, chat, you know what's funny? We have a schedule coming out next week. Guess the one person who won't do it because he's bigger than the pro, Libiano. I ain't doing that. I go live whenever I want. Boom. You see? Op. Just the op. And this ain't it. I'm coming. I'm gonna put a pressure on Libiano all 2026.
Hope that's not in the Warner sense.
Can I ask a question? This is something that's been kind of bothering me about this Muslim debater's name. He calls himself Libiano or Orthodox Muslim, right? So when I think of Libiano, I think of like an Italian name. So why is he culturally appropriating this Italian sounding name? And why is he appropriating like, Orthodox religions like Orthodox Christianity? It just seems such a weird branding for this debater.
Wait, Libiano doesn't mean like from Libya?
Well, I think Libya is, but Libiano wouldn't be like an Arabic word or anything. I've never heard of anything like that, It sounds like an Italian name.
Dean is begging. Oh, and then guess what? When he gets called out for it, oh brother, I'm not on TikTok. I didn't know that we weren't talking to Modern Day Debate. I didn't know Modern Day Debate was a blasphemer. I wasn't aware. But you was on the phone call with Leafy and Libiano, which Leafy recorded, and you're lucky it didn't get dropped. You're lucky that call didn't get dropped, Dean, because Leafy was protecting you, right? Leafy was protecting you, Dean. You told them on the phone that you knew about it the whole time, but you didn't give a crap, and that you gonna do whatever you like.
Smart.
So just to fill people in, the Muslims on TikTok, they organized a little boycott saying they weren't going to go on any Christian channels. And apparently Dean and Libiano refused to be part of that.
This is just like one spoiled little toddler demanding his way, and anyone who disagrees with him, he's like, well, I'll add you to the we'll boycott you, or I'll snitch on you, or I'll dox you.
Can I ask another question? Because it's something that I've been thinking about. Do you think any of these Muslim debaters are actually making compelling cases? Like every time I hear them debate, I hear like kind of pseudo philosophical arguments, but I don't actually hear, like, when I listen to them, I'm not an expert on Christianity or, any religious traditions. I've studied a long time, but I'm no expert on any of this. But when I hear the arguments, it doesn't sound like these people actually understand Christian theology. Like they're coming in and they're like, what do they call it? Cherry picking texts and then saying, here's some strange philosophical argument, and somehow it's persuasive. Are any Christians persuaded by any of these arguments? I'm just curious,
no,
not being exactly in the field.
It's more like they want to make a case that sounds intelligent to their followers, and so they sound smart. Even though anyone who's actually looking at it's going, it's massively deceptive, and everything you're doing is a fallacy. Like everything's a straw man or cherry picking or something like that. But not terribly persuasive.
Because I don't feel persuaded. I've been listening to them and I'm like, it sounds like these people are trying to sound smart, but are not actually smart. Like they're saying, I'm going to say this strange philosophical thing. And I'm like, do you really even understand what you're actually saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel when I'm listening to it. It's exactly what I think. It's like, it sounds smart. Have you ever seen, like, in Living Color, like the skit show where the guy's like,
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In Living Color was my life back then. All right. Which skit were you talking about?
The one where he's like in the jail and he just says a bunch of like big sounding words.
Oh, yeah. That was Damon Wayans, and he would play the he would play the convert to like the Nation of Islam, and he would be like, and the perspicacity of the mammogram has in us. Yeah, that. But keep in mind, that was a parody of them hearing these guys, like when they, these Nation of Islam guys, where they would just start using all these big words because they sounded smart, and they just made a parody of that, and it was hilarious. And the reason the audience loved it so much because they're all familiar with these guys. They'd all heard these guys. And so, yeah, that's actually funny. We should take some clips. We should take some clips of those skits in living color and combine it, go back and forth with these guys.
That's what I felt when I listened to that skit. I was like, that's what these people sound like. They sound exactly the same.
That is funny. There was one where it was like him, but it was a Silence of the Lambs parody, but he was Hannibal Lecter, but he's that guy as Hannibal Lecter. And so the FBI agent's coming in and she needs help. So they had someone playing the Jodie Foster character, and she has to go to him to understand a serial killer. But but he talked like that the entire time, and she had to decipher it and then solve the case. But yeah, those are classic stuff. Celebrities.
Even, bro, when I'm in the mosque, right? When I was in the mosque one time with Warner, and they jumped Warner, like all of them. They forgot about their prayer. Everybody was coming up to Warner for pictures. I was disgusted. I've never seen that before. And Uthman going to the mosque.
Maybe they weren't running up to him for pictures. You know what I mean? We all know what the Warner's into.
Taking pictures and stuff.
I mean,
sorry,
they jumped
bro.
him, right?
Mm-hmm. I think they were getting pictures. I just saw a crowd around them back in the back.
Is leaking into this rap life is leaking into the mosque. And because I'm from the rap world and obviously
because I'm in the rap game.
Coming over here, I'm trying to push away from it, and now I'm just seeing more of it, right? Why is Uthman taking pictures in the mosque like a celebrity? We don't do that.
Well, obviously you do. Uh-oh, Dean's an agent?
Dean's an agent.
What?
Chat, if you haven't figured it out by now, Dean is an agent. All he does is run around, modern day debate, please. Sam Shimon, cuss my religion out one more time.
Wait, hang on. The guy who basically begs us to desecrate the Quran is saying Dean is an agent because he basically incites Sam Shamoon to attack the religion.
In a previous episode, when he's trying to prove he's not an agent or whatever, and we're the real agents, he said, hey, we had an old trick in the hood that if you wanted everyone to think you weren't the agent, you'd go around and accuse everyone else of being agents.
Awesome stuff. Libiano doesn't do anything. Here we go.
And he doesn't do anything for the Dean anymore. All he does, he doesn't give charity back. All he does is going around looking for clips. All he goes around is looking for clips. He dropped everybody around him that was helping him, and he went instead and started playing political with the Salam al-Masih group. And started now being like, oh, I'm not going to talk out on David Wood. Oh, I'm just going to debate IP in them, and I'm just going to run around looking for Christians for clips because I don't want no drama. Dean is the same thing. All Dean does is he runs around begging for debates on Kafir platforms, capturing Christianity, modern day debate, all of these things, right? He broke the treaty last time that we had, and he keeps doing it again, sliding with these Quran rippers, acting like they don't know what's going on, right? And these guys, bro, act like they're the greatest things since sliced bread, when in reality, these guys, bro, don't do anything for the Dean apart from go and debate these guys and play into the Salam al-Masih hands by literally giving them debaters. When if everyone just stopped debating the Salam al-Masih group, instead of including Jake, right, and as well, then they would have nothing, bro, and they would be screwed.
Yeah, that's what you were pointing out earlier, Thaddeus. Like, what do you think? Like, what we all stop? If you guys stop debating, we just stop. What would we be doing? Just be making videos and taking calls and so on. What the heck is wrong with these guys? Here we go. No more Jake debates.
Can I ask you a quick question, David, about like our potential debate about the Torah and the Zabur and the Injil being preserved? Mm-hmm. Who's the person you would like to debate? I thought Junior might be a good person. Is there another person you would like?
I'm like on a serious note.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering like what the possible responses are. Like Jake went in a weird direction, and we actually discussed it for a while and so on. I said he actually has a better case for the point that he's trying to make than the other Dawa guys would have for the point they're trying to make. But that if he's successful, it does less. But then he was presenting it as, yeah, but if I were to make this stronger case, but it makes a weaker point, that might sort of affect things down the road and so on. But anyway, it's like, okay, so he is coming up with kind of a different way of than some of the other responses. So with me, I'm just like, I kind of want to know like what all the possible responses are. So it's just like anyone who might have something to add to the discussion, because, it's, when you're in kind of like debate mode or apologetics mode, you want to make your point and show that it's correct and so on. But this, if you're in like philosophy mode, like Rene Descartes, when he put out his Meditations on First Philosophy, he sent it around to a bunch of other philosophers and said, attack this. And then he included their attacks at the end of his book with his replies and so on to them. But it's kind of that. It's like, I want to know what everyone's response is so that, if there's any flaw in the argument, if the argument needs to be modified or something like that, we can take all of that into account. So yeah, pretty much be happy to hear from anyone on that issue.
James was saying Nadir Ahmed could be an option. I don't know if you're interested in talking to Nadir Ahmed again.
If I thought for a second Nadir was actually going to debate the topic and not just like change it to other things and keep talking about points he wants to, and then start challenging to other debates and saying everyone's running from him and so on, then that's the point. It's like when you debate, it's like a giant waste of time, and all he does is try to derail things and so on. So yeah, with that said, there are other people who like to derail things, but yeah, anyone who's actually like serious on the topic and will maybe add something.
He said potentially Orthodox Muslim, Dean Responds, Nadir Ahmed, or Muhammad. You remember Muhammad? I think you debated with him and the other, he said.
Oh yeah, I think he's a Quran only Muslim, so he'd have to probably want a Quran only partner. But yeah, OrthoDuckLips or Dean Responds, or the Quran only guys might be interesting from the Quran only perspective because they just have the Quran to go on. So that might be interesting. But yeah, just keep
okay. I'll
see
talk
who's
to James.
see who's interested. All right.
I think Junior would be excellent, though. I think he's an excellent candidate.
The thing about Junior is Junior would also be funny, and that is something, right? Junior is funny.
We love Junior.
Yeah. So here's no more Jake debates. Let's see.
And don't tell me about no Jake, because Jake even said he's not going to debate any of these guys anymore after this run of debates. So if we're gonna hold him to that, we're gonna hold him to that.
Keep in mind that's before that's a week ago, and then of course Jake called in a couple days ago and wanted to have a debate. So they've had a falling out. They've had a falling out since then. But Maleek had gotten a promise from Jake as of February 1st or 2nd or whatever that he wouldn't do any more debates.
We'll see.
And look, then you got Christians in the chat talking about, we run the Dawa scene because we're popular. Yes, sir, you do. Hey, but wisdom, not for much longer. Not for much longer. That's why all your boys are turning federal now on me. And it's cool. They're still waiting. Hey, guess what? They still won't come to LA. They still won't show up anywhere where we're at. They won't give us 3 days in advance to tell us where they're going. They just show up.
I gave you a month in advance where I was going. You still didn't show up.
Somewhere, and they expect you to follow them around.
Oh, you hear this? They expect you to follow them around. You expect us to follow you around, and we tell you exactly where we're going to be, giving you plenty of it. I don't even. I'm done responding to his stupid comment.
But yeah, notice also the delusion, though, right? That well, first of all, he acknowledges that Christians are dominating online debate, which
got that right.
Yeah, notices that, but not for long because great Maleek is finally here and he's shutting us down.
Yeah, he's doing powerful stuff, man. Here we go.
Right? If you Christians are brave, like you claim to be somewhere. Let us know where you're going to be. And
Houston?
I promise you will show up.
And okay. Maleek, the next debate con looks like it's in June. So wherever that is, that's where I'll be. See you there. Yeah, right.
I know a thing or two about accounting, bro. I have a trust fund.
Oh, he has a trust fund. He's a trust fund baby. That's how he sits around watching us all day long and never has to do anything. Let's see.
That's why I called it oops.
Oops. I'm a trust fund baby.
Is Maleek's family's partially Muslim? Like his mom, he said his mom is a Muslim.
So his dad, according to Maleek, his dad is born Muslim and his mother was Catholic while they were growing up, but she has recently, in the last few years, converted to Islam.
Interesting. Thanks for filling that in.
And they apparently gave him a trust fund. Must be nice.
You want to get audited? You want to get audited? You better have your shit together. You better have your stuff together, David. Got all your stuff in Marie Wood's name for a reason, because she got the tax benefit that little MTM or MCM corporation.
What the heck is he? What is he even talking about? What do I have that's not in my name? Name one thing. And a tax benefit for what? What tax benefit is that? What MTM tax benefit is there? I've never seen that. There's a if you have kids tax credit. They give you tax credits for having kids, and so. What the heck is wrong with this dude, man? Everything's in Marie Wood's name.
Why is he talking about your wife? Why is he talking about your wife?
Issa, where have you been, man? He doxed my wife. Doxed my wife and had all his creepy loser friends and him calling her up in the middle of the night while I was out of town.
So
posting
here's how he
pictures of
decided
her,
everything.
posting pictures of her with gunshot sounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's how he decided everything was in Marie's name. He called a phone number, which he thought was your phone number, and got Marie's.
Yeah.
So somehow he decides this says David Wood on it, but it was actually Marie. Therefore, everything is in Marie's name.
I don't know. Maybe our cell phone account. No, there's no way that's in Marie's name.
No, I mean, he thought it was yours, right? So apparently whatever he was looking at, I mean, it was just wrong in reality, but in his mind, it said that it was David's account and it was Marie's number. So therefore, the account is in Marie's name, and that was your phone line. I don't know.
He got the wrong phone number and concluded that I put everything in her name because there's some apparent tax benefit. Awesome. Good to know, man. I didn't even know that.
The nonprofit. We know you're running all that money through the nonprofit.
She gets zero money from the nonprofit. She volunteers for a nonprofit. Never gotten a penny. I don't even know what to say at this point. She volunteers for a nonprofit dedicated to organizing researchers on curing MTM, the disease. That's what she does. And so since my wife volunteers for a nonprofit, everything apparently goes to the nonprofit somehow.
Yeah. So I guess like your YouTube channel is owned by that nonprofit.
Yeah, that's how things work.
Nonprofit pays you.
Yep. This guy's a tactical genius, man. Hey, everyone's abandoning me. Who do we got? We got Naomi, who's I'd never heard of before, but yeah, she didn't like what I did one bit. So she abandoned me, I guess, but let's find out. Let's find out who's abandoning me.
After I'm done with Diddy Wood and his little crew. Because right now we took Chris Claus is gone. Logic's disappeared. IP backed out.
What the heck is he talking about? Chris Claus, how is Chris Claus any different? How is God Logic any different? How is what did he say, IP? What is he talking? What is he talking?
Literally streaming on in an hour. So
yeah,
you know, you used to collaborate with Chris.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going live with IP in about 40 minutes, and going live with Logic on Wednesday. And Chris Claus, if you want Chris Claus to join us, Chris Claus, I'd be happy to stream with Chris Claus. Dude's crushing it. This guy lives in Fantasyland, man. Fantasyland.
All that's left is David Wood and AP.
What? AP is the one you said, just because AP's been lazy for a few weeks, AP is the only one you could reasonably say, well, look, AP's like backing out or something like that. What a...
Yeah, so he lists a bunch of people who you've occasionally collaborated with as abandoning you because he hasn't seen them on your channel in a week or whatever.
You see, we're winning.
AP, who actually has barely put out anything in the last month, right? Well, he hasn't abandoned David.
Hey, look, we actually have IP. Hang on. Let me zoom down. Oh, look who we have here in the chat. Super chat. I didn't back out of anything. This is Inspiring Philosophy. I didn't back out of anything. What a dork Maleek is. And right before that, we have, oh, look, it's Chris Claus. I'm right here. Oh, no. Why are you guys running from Maleek? Why are you dissociating? Oh, you see, Maleek is winning. What an idiot, man. All right. Here we go. Copy paste.
These Discord servers are money that he's getting paid. Dean and them copy and paste.
That's
and
true.
that central copy and paste. And every server copy and paste.
Walaikum salam. Yo, bro, yeah, I was in Dean's server and there's people, for example, like random note takers who copy paste from some website.
Evidence, plagiarism rampant. So chat. So Omar the Muslim said Dean's yanking $10. Think about it, chat. He thinks you're dumb. He's yanking your $10 and then going and debating on kafir platforms. He doesn't care about the ummah, bro. This guy don't care.
True.
So in case it wasn't clear, Dean charges you $10 to join his Discord server, and all you get on that is stuff that he's copied and pasted from free websites.
Smart.
And to be honest, he's not the worst one. Wallah, he's not the worst one.
Who's the worst?
This is the worst one.
Wait, Dean? Let's see. We got, I challenge apostate prophet to a formal debate on modern day debate topic. Did Jesus prophesy Muhammad? You should spell, prophesy would be with an S, dude. That says, did Jesus prophesy Muhammad? You'd want to say prophesy with the verb. You guys keep on dodging, so I'm going to start calling you guys out by name. Uh-oh.
This is the worst one, chat. Libiano's, look, chat, look at this. Look at this.
What?
I challenge apostate prophet to formal debate on modern day debate. What? This is how long ago? January 31st. That's yesterday or 2 days ago. Begging him. I challenge apostate prophet to formal debate on modern day debate. Okay, guys, I'm sick of waiting for someone to accept Giant Dog.
Begging.
So I formally challenge them, and he can bring his wife with him with a formal debate. Just beg everyone that's been ripping the Quran. Why don't you, Dean?
Beg them all.
Wait, chat, you
Beg
want to
us
see
all.
more begging?
Yep.
More begging?
We want more.
Here.
Ooh.
I challenge the God logic. Did Jesus prophesy Muhammad on modern day debate? I challenge fearless truth to formal debate on modern day debate.
Begging.
I challenge Bruce Sci-Fi. Who's that? Is that
That's Sam.
Who is that? Is
I
that
think that's
Sam
Sam.
Shimon? To formal debate on debate. I challenge Chris to formal debate on modern day debate.
That's funny. I didn't even
Begging.
see any of these.
This guy don't care about you. He got a floppy Discord group, and he wants to talk to all the blasphemers.
That's true. He does love us. He loves us all.
All right, block Dart Tagan too. Dart Tagan thinks I'm a narcissist. He's trying to tickle my ego.
It's probably D'Artagnan.
And get more clips. Block Dart Tagan too.
D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers.
That's what I would guess. I mean, D'Artagnan, I would guess it's D'Artagnan.
Dart Tagan thinks I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
That wants to just be about me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And so the non-narcissist blocks someone because they are calling him a narcissist.
He said, I'm a narcissist. I will block him and dox him.
He really seems like he's a legend in his own mind. He's like a legend in his own mind. I mean, he is like, I think he loves this. I think he just loves being in the spotlight. I was like, why don't you come to the formal debate? He actually is a good debater. I saw him debating. I saw that debate with him and
Maleek.
What's his name?
I mean, Jake.
Jake. It was quite good.
He
made
is.
very good arguments. It was very. I was like, wow, this is one of the. He's the best Muslim debater I've seen so far.
Yep, and sadly, all of dawah is fake, so he doesn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Phone call, $29. Yo, what the hell is this? Book a private one-on-one session with me.
Yeah, I'm just glad this isn't from the Warner. That would be super creepy.
Focus, personalized. Someone check the spelling. Discussion and guidance. These sessions are designed for Muslims who sincere seekers who want clear, grounded. What the hell?
You got to click show more.
Time is money, gang. I know. For the Muslims, you know what's funny? I'll debate the Christians for free and beg them, but I'll charge the Muslims to give them info. Let's keep supporting Dean. Stop pimping the Dean out. 30 minutes for $29. Libiano, you do it too, and you copy that from Muslim Lantern. Let's be honest, y'all didn't make this up. Muslim Lantern, you copied this from Muslim Lantern.
Smart stuff.
It's so hard to listen to Muslim Lantern talk. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I've listened to him debate, I was like, just the way that he speaks, it's a very different. Is that just me or is that in general? I don't know.
I can't recall hearing him. I don't think I've ever listened to him except for his discussion with Andrew Wilson, but I can't recall what he even sounds like. So yeah,
he sounds like this. He talks like this, and this is the thing. He sounds sort of like Igor from like the Frankenstein movie, Dracula and Frankenstein. Yeah. He sounds like that. And I was just like,
nice.
It's so rough to listen to, and it's like none of the arguments are good. Like none of them are good. I'm like, why do people like this?
Yep. Pretty terrible. We got one more super short clip. I think it's like 30 seconds long or something, guys. We'll check that out. We'll check out these super chats. And then we got one more clip. That's if you want to know how OrthoDuckLips responds to a woman who disagrees with him. Going to see something interesting. Issa is a reassuring presence counterbalancing David's psychopathy. That's why we'll make an awesome rap. I was going to say rap duo, but it will be we make an awesome rap duo as well. We did that on a show once. But yeah, awesome debate duo. They copied his famous technique to pay people to show up to his concerts. Yeah, he's sitting there saying, "What? He charges him." Yeah, I guess to follow him. If you wanted to follow his example, then Deez Responds and OrthoDuckLips should be paying people to read their stuff, to interact with their stuff.
Not in what we saw today, but he is going to later accuse Speaking Muslim of essentially paying people to come to his lives. So there's that.
Maleek's music is definitely haram, can confirm. Nice. What will it take for Issa Kabir to see and drop the darkness of his perpetual student life and enter into the light and do something better? Quit being a perpetual student.
I am a perpetual student. I plead guilty on that. I keep going to school. I keep learning, and it's good, but it's burnout. It's definitely rough.
I'm a Jew Ashkenazi. I became a Christian. That's cool. I'm actually I'm 2.7% Ashkenazi, according to my DNA test.
I'm Ashkenazi too.
Maleek's music is definitely harmful to my ears, can confirm. I love how we always jump from cool to an extreme demonic with types of peeps like Maloink. Never an in-between. Sadly, not in the Zut sense. Happy to see you all in a stream together. Yeah, it's like, cool. He's being cool. He's being completely evil and demonic. That is interesting. How many Zut change a light bulb? 30 to screw in. Very Islamophobic. You didn't jump D Wood. You didn't jump D Wood. I don't want to be friends now. Yeah, I know, that's what's funny. You didn't jump him when you had a chance. No more being friends. Maleek was friends with my cousin, Selena Gomez. Hey, my cousin Selena. Maleek should pay AP to be on his next Momo song. It'd definitely be an improvement. Maleek should respect sellouts. All his fans are sellouts. The disrespect, shaking my head. Since 632, Mecca has been closed to non-Muslims. Maleek is a hardcore gangster. Sometimes he'll have his friends spell out ICUP while giggling. Oh, ICUP while giggling. It's a brutal life on the streets. Yep, that's at Club Pyru. And no shower, undies, deodorant, probably smells. Were they running up to him backwards? Oh, talking about the Warner. Mike Winger has more courage and intelligence than Maleek ever had. He doesn't put his foot in his mouth, and he is willing to be in the same room as David Wood. Yeah, but he always regrets that because I humiliate him. Imagine this. Hijab becomes a Christian and gets called out by Maleek. Ha, you won't do anything, you weakling. Go back to your mommy, you redneck. Go cry to your cousin wife, you low IQ hillbilly. I'm your teacher now. It would be fun to see that. We love and pray for you, Issa. Oh, hi, D Wood and Chadius. The new Islamic dilemma: debate Christians, not run. That's a good one. Well, time to dox Nicki Minaj. Yeah, that's why I'm going to dox Nicki. Yeah, I'm going to dox her. Maleek knows all about nonprofits. We have one from Issa here. Thank you for having me today, bros. I support you, D Wood, because you're smart. Interesting, D Wood. You have developed an extremely neutral accent. You sound nothing like a hillbilly redneck. That's true.